save us some time so we can get a good prayer going this morning. See if we can go ahead and really knock this out the park early. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, like I always tell you. Could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me. I appreciate you. How you guys doing this hump day? That's right, 6 more days until what? My birthday. Can't wait, you guys, because it's going to be fun times. Like I said, if anybody coming to the parade, let me know. Still got a little bit of work to do on the camera, but I just want to say, Trump. Should Trump be in fear of the foreign minister's "we are waiting" threat? That was the threat. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let's keep on going. Go ahead and get this camera straight. I knew it was crooked. I knew something told me, boy, you ain't fixed that camera straight. You didn't fix that camera straight yet. There we go. I think that should just about do it right there, though, y'all. I think that's going to be it for the morning. For this morning. See something real quick. Oh, yeah, we got them over there. We got both. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of that dresser. We got me over there. I think that's going to work. How everybody doing this morning? We got to get those prayers up real quick, though. You know we definitely got to do that. So you know we're not going to play around because we cannot continue this show without that. Want to pray for good spirits. I want to pray for health. Want to pray for love. I want to pray and make sure. Hold on a minute. Let me get you guys down at the right area. Okay. Would love to pray for community. I also want to pray for understanding. Want to pray for humanity, not just people thinking about party, and all of the animals and all of our family members right out there, you guys. And also Mother Earth. Yeah, you got to worry about the earth too. Amen. That's right, you guys. That's what I'm talking about. We want to pray for Teddy Marcel. We got Batty Lynn in the building. We also got Lisa Roy in here. Going to pray for you. Mark Gabriel. We also got Liberty and Justice, Lisa Roy. Hey, how you doing, Lisa Roy? Ad Range is in here. Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, Batty Lynn, Lisa Roy. I see you again. Kim Gogwin. Okay, there you go. Good morning to you, Kim. How you doing this morning? We got Mark Gabriel in the building this morning. Smokey Bronx. I see you up in here. Winter Rising. What's good? How you doing? Jeffrey Spilka. What's up, my brother? Also want to make sure we get the shout outs to Casey. Got to get other shout outs to other people like Sam Champion. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman. Want to also forget about, I almost made a mistake with that one. Can't forget about Tinmagen. Where you been at, girl? Also, let's say Harley and maybe even Merck and some other people that always pop up out of nowhere. You know what I'm talking about, right? And all of the other people that always support our show, all of our new followers. Just want to say to you guys, amen. That's right, you guys. Let's get it right. Let's get it right this morning. Okay, Smokey, thank you too. Okay, let me see what we got up in here. We actually a little ahead of our time right here, which is good. That can never be a bad thing. How many of you guys saw this clip right here where the foreign minister basically said, "We're waiting for them"? Trying to be a little scary there, huh? Can't talk too much when you don't have that much weapons left, but I don't want to get into it too early. Let's do it with the format of the show. So without any further ado, let's start our show. Let me see what we got going on here. Almost time, you guys. Mind if I take a sip of water? Okay. Who we got up in here just coming in? Rebecca Lanyan. Bueno, I hope you're doing good. See Ad Rains up in here. Lisa Roy. Okay. And yes, we got a really good show lined up for you guys. Driving in the rain in Dallas, but listening on my way to work. So let me talk up to make sure that you can hear me. Let me speak up nice and clear so that you can hear me, Lisa Roy. Definitely want to make sure that you get to work safely. And don't know if I have anything about Dallas, but not a hard one to look into because you already know. I used to live in Dallas for a number of years. Actually, not Dallas, actually. I could say that, but Arlington, Mansfield. Yeah, lived out there for about 2 years, believe it or not. And thank you so much, Batty Lynn. I appreciate you, because guess what? I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. And we wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. I'm speaking up for Lisa Roy can hear me. And it's 6 o'clock somewhere too. So let's throw the wave real quick. Come on, new watch. Don't fail me now. You ready? Let's go. Come on, be on time one time. Let's do it. It's 6 o'clock. I know it's gotta be. Come on, now is it? One more? You sure? All right, let's go. Now you ready to go? I'm about to go on without you. You got 2 more seconds. 1, 2. All right, cool. Let me see. Don't know what that was about, but bling, bling, bling. 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 Reset. Bling, bling, bling. Y'all know what we got to do, right? Let me open up this jacket. I've been doing push-ups. Been doing a lot of them, so yeah, the jacket's a little bit tight. We're going to keep on moving. Y'all remember the other day when I had to go into history? You think I care about a watch? Hold on a second. Let's go. Open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. We gotta open up those, dun, 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 dun. 1738, 8. I don't know how, I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? Seen your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. Said just wanna chill, got a sack for us to roll. Married to the money, introduced me to the stove. Showed her how the whip is, now she make me look for low. She my trap queen, never hit the bando. We be counting up, watching up them bands go. Just to set the goal, talking, watching Lambos. 56 grams, 500 G's in the mo. I swear I love her, I don't know what the hell I'm saying, yo. Hit the strip club, we be letting bands go. Even when he hadn't got a kind of though. In love with the money and I'm never letting go. And I get fly with my baby. I be in the kitchen cooking pies with my baby. And I get fly with my baby. I be in the kitchen cooking. Dun, 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 dun. Too many curses. I had to flip the script and do what I had to make sure I didn't get kicked the hell out here too real early. So that's how we do it. Yo. And we bring it back like if, pump that beat. Y'all know it's Wednesday the 11th, y'all. 6 more days to my birthday. That's right, y'all. 2026. 6. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. And we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. See your pretty ass soon as you walk in the door. I just want to chill. Got a sack for us to roll. Sound like you begging right there, boy. That sound worse than Keith Sweat. I'm talking about you took it to the whole next level. We talking about drill begging. That's a whole new level of rap, but it worked for you. Shout out to your boy Fetty Wap. Glad to see that you're home and you made it back home safe. But you guys, y'all know what it is. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always told you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me. I appreciate you guys. I definitely do. And yes, it's Wednesday, the 11th of March, 2026. Precisely 6 more days until the 17th. That very serious day when I was born. And I'm here again to keep on keeping it moving. You guys, I got to thank the Lord for giving me another day, every single day above ground. And to be here with you, I got to let you know I appreciate it, you guys. I got my mouth back, got my voice back. As you can see, I'm ready to go. So you know what I'm going to do right now? Y'all ready? You ready? I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know what time it is. I promise you, I really do like to see where you guys are chiming in from. I saw Scandinavia one day. I'm like, wow, and it makes me feel a certain way, like, damn, bro, you gotta go find some information over there, because they're just watching and they're not seeing nothing relevant to themselves. I think about that all the time when you guys tell me there's certain states and stuff like that. Interesting rapping. Yeah, that was called Fetty Wap rapping. I don't rap like that when I do. Actually working on something right now, which is our intro and a lot more. We actually wrote a book. We wrote a movie in one day. Phenomenal. What else did we do? We got contacted by a agency that wants to rep us and thinks that it's a good idea for me to be in television and maybe movies and print ads and things like that. So I'm looking over the contract right now and considering doing that. But without any further ado, because I couldn't have did none of that without you. We've been here a full year plus, probably, I'm gonna say it, keep it real, 438 days on a roll. That's right, you guys. You should clap your hands for yourself. Even when the mics drop, when we got to do it on another time, we still did what we had to do. And for that, I just got to give you guys so much props and so much love. I'm not going to play around anymore. Y'all know what I'm ready to do, right? Let's get into these titles. Let's go. What we got to do over here is Trump should be in fear. No, I'm sorry. Should Trump be in fear of the Iran foreign minister when he says, we're waiting. We are waiting. That's what he said. We're waiting for them. Sounds like a really strong statement, but I really could say it in one or two ways. If you're very scared, you don't want to look scared and you don't want to look weak. So you still want to make it like, we're waiting, to put a little fear out there. You know what I mean? Because then you want to just make it look like you're doing something, because when it comes down to the numbers, they're just not stacking up. Let's keep on moving forward, okay? We got to get on over here to Epstein's famous ranch, and I'm glad this is happening right now because we predicted this here right on this show. His famous ranch has now been searched by the authorities. They're talking about they went through a lot of different things. Right now, let me just explain something to you. It's called Zorro Ranch. It is in New Mexico. It's 267, I think it's about 267,000 acres or something like that. It's a lot of land. It's a lot of land. 100 acres or something like that. And he's got a big property on there, which is a ranch. The new owner is now trying to turn it over to make it somewhat religious, to try to, do something nice with the land as well. But yes, there's a big investigation going on over there, but they have not been talking about any digging or anything like that. But we're gonna keep you posted. Let's keep on moving forward, because last but not least, we've got new details after the suspect who fired the AR style rifle at Rihanna's house. We got more information on that because we've been digging through it. A lot of updates, you guys, trending topics, current events, much, much more. And with that being said, it's time to get it, you guys. I hope you have your coffee, and I hope you have your tea, and I hope you have your water. But just do me a favor, make sure it's organic. Just so you guys know, the health and wellness, the health and fitness section and category today, we're going to be talking about some serious stuff, and I need you guys to please stick around for it because you're going to really like it. I'm going to try to make the rundown fast. I'm trying to do it as much as possible to get much information out so that we can get there, because I know it takes a little while till we get to that point, but that's just how the show goes, you guys. Ride with me and let's get there. Let's get it, you guys. We got work to get into. We're going to start it off right now with the president, who's basically accusing the Congressional Democrats of deliberately sabotaging our national security. Not only that, he's also speaking about what's going on in Iran right now. He's also bringing us up to date on how long he thinks that this thing is going to take us to get out of it. What else is he saying? He's got Congressional Democrats who said this, talking about how long he thinks it's going to take for us to get out of it. Also, how he thought that America was great, but not so great under Biden's rule. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. We got to get to work.
Well, I say great, 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 but I don't know, when you look at what happened with so many different things, the open border, threatened by evil terrorists and lunatics any longer, we just can't do that. And when I always talk about how great our nation is, I don't know, I don't consider our nation very great. For 4 years under Biden, we were a laughingstock all over the world. We were a laughingstock. So, I say great, 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 but I don't know, when you look at what happened with so many different things, the open border, 25 million people, many of them very bad people pouring into our country with open borders that just said, come on in, makes no difference. They emptied their jails into our country. 11,888 murders, 50% of which murdered more than one person. The drug dealers came in, the mentally insane came in, they emptied their mental institutions, they emptied their insane asylum. That's a step above a mental institution. They emptied them all right into our country. And we've done a great job of doing what we've done. Think of it, we have the lowest crime rate that we've ever had. We have the lowest murder rate in 125 years, and we're saddled with all of the problems of the criminals that were let in. You know, look, there's smart people. I know the people that run those countries, every one of them, and they're all streetwise, very smart, and I would do exactly the same thing. They emptied their jails into our country. I said that was going to happen when I heard that they were having open borders. I didn't believe that they were going to happen. When I realized that they actually were going to have open borders, I said, we're going to have every person in jail. We're going to have every drug dealer. We're going to have all these countries all over the world. The Congo, they emptied their jails all the way from the Congo to all parts of South America, Asia. They sent in their people in jail, murderers. Some of the worst people on earth got sent into our country. And I'll tell you what, ICE is unbelievable, what they have to put up with and how tough they have to be. That goes for Border Patrol, and it goes for law enforcement, our law enforcement people. But sadly, even as our service members are fighting bravely to protect America abroad, the Democrat minority in Congress is deliberately sabotaging our national security at home.
Talking about Chuck Schumer possibly with this next clip that we got coming up right now. We got Chuck Schumer with, what's your name again, buddy? We got Chuck Schumer and Charles Schatz. I would never want a name like that. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, because that'd be a terrible name to have. I know a lot of people know what that means, you guys. They're going to torch Trump on talking about the conflict in the war, as well as what's going on here and abroad. A lot of people have different opinions when it comes down to the war right now. They're saying that $1 billion a day is a lot of money being spent abroad, when we could be spending that money right here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's go.
All right, where is Mr. Biden? Here he is. Okay, thank you, everybody. And happy to be joined by Senator Schatz. Now, Trump's explanation about his war in Iran grows more confusing and more contradictory every hour. Yesterday, hey folks, can we have a little quiet?
Chuck says shut up.
Trump's explanation about his war, as I say, grows more confusing, more contradictory every hour almost. Yesterday, Trump casually claimed, I think the war is very complete, pretty much. But this morning, Hegseth stood before the cameras and announced that today will be the most intense day of strikes yet, involving, quote, the most fighters, the most bombers, the most strikes, unquote. Which is it? Is the war ending soon, or are we on the brink of the worst fighting yet?
What's up, Joe B?
Donald Trump's a liar. He claims that Iranian Tomahawk missiles were responsible for the bombing of an all-girls school that unfortunately killed 170 people, many of them children. Iran doesn't have Tomahawk missiles. The claim is beyond asinine. It's just an outright lie. The president can't just talk off the top of his head on something as formidable as this. The president of the United States is spreading blatant lies about a war he started. This is war. American troops are in harm's way. Billions are being spent overseas when there are such desperate needs here at home to lower costs. Yet the administration still cannot explain a clear strategy or an endgame. That's why today I joined with my colleagues Senator Reid and Shaheen and called on the Senate to halt the Trump administration officials. What we got there? Now from voices it goes to music. anything to thwart my
That is the wrap it up bell right there, Chuck. That's that bell that they hit when they say wrap it up.
wonderful remarks. Anyway, Anyway, I joined today with Senators Reid and Shaheen and called on the Senate to hold Trump administration officials, Rubio, Hegseth, and the rest, to come and answer for their failures and explain to the American people what the hell is going on. That's what people are asking in drugstores and bowling alleys and office buildings. What is going on?
Okay, you guys, don't say I don't give everybody fair game. When it comes down to speaking, I give everybody fair game. I let everybody say what they have to say, and I try to keep it fair. This way we have smooth dialogue and everybody can stay on topic. Okay, let's keep on going forward. Schumer means hater in Yiddish. Gilbert, okay, ghost, definitely. Casey, I know that there's about, okay, stay on topic. Do your boy a favor, yes, can we listen to Liberty right now? Everybody look at Liberty and pay attention to what she says. She says 100 likes, can we get them? The Sun, Shamrocks, show Bugatti some love. I'd appreciate it because we got a great show lined up. Come on now. We got to get back over to the White House because everyone's now asking about the new Supreme Leader who is, what's his name? Kali, what's his name? I'm sorry. Oh my God, I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. I forgot his name already. Ali, Khalid, something like that. So sorry. His son. They want to know if he has a mark. They want to know if he has a mark on his head, if he has a bullet, a bullseye on his back. Still trying to be careful with what the words are because of what they're basically saying, and I can't say it, but they can.
Do you have to take him out? Does he have a target on his back?
You mean the new Supreme Leader? You mean the son?
How can there be in Iran?
Well, I don't want to say that, but I was disappointed because we think it's going to lead to just more of the same problem for the country. So I was disappointed to see their choice.
Thank you, sir. You've said you have someone in mind to be the new Iranian leadership, if not the Ayatollah's son. What are you looking for in that person? Are you looking at someone internal, given that you just said that their leadership has been decimated?
I like the idea of internal and eternal, come to think of it. But I like the idea of internal because it works well. I mean, I think we've proven that so far in Venezuela. We have a woman, Delcy, who has been, president of the country, very respected, she's doing a great job. And it's, no disruption. We had, as you remember, Iraq, where everybody got fired. The military got fired, the police got fired, the politicians got fired. There was nobody. And you know what they turned into? ISIS. And we don't want that. We don't want that. So I would like to see people that are inside go. Now they talk about the son of the Shah. They talk about other people. But, hasn't been there in many, many years. We have a formula that's been very good so far, and I think it'll continue to be good. The relationship is extraordinary with Venezuela, smart country. We've taken out 100 million barrels of oil. It's right now in Houston being taken care of and made so beautiful. And you have to see this at work. They have refined. It's brought to the refineries. It's being refined in Houston, which is made exactly for that product. And so far, but it's 100 million barrels of oil, and now they have another 100 million barrels coming. And it's like a partnership. We're getting along so well with them. It's great for Venezuela, and it's great for the United States.
How can we be down? Can we get a chunk? You know what I mean? Can we get a little edge, a smear? You feel your boy? You know what I'm saying? Anybody understand? A smear? Can we get something? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we're gonna stay in Washington right now, and we're gonna get some words from Dick Durbin on his theory of regulations, corruption, and crypto industry. He's gonna say some things that you guys are not gonna like to hear about a family of people that are making an S-load of money. Nancy Pelosi was making a lot of money, and she got called out. What about this one here? Just want to ask you guys, what do you guys feel about this? A family, all of a sudden they get into business and they get into power and they make over $1 billion. Let's keep on moving forward. I want to know what you guys think about this. Let's keep going. I got so much in the deck, it's not even funny. I got no choice.
The 21st Century Road to Housing Act, a measure intended to address the affordability crisis by boosting housing supplies and making homes more affordable for Americans. I want to speak to 3 amendments I have filed to that bill and important protections they provide for American taxpayers and consumers. In the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis, spurred by lax lending standards and subprime mortgages that went belly up, Congress passed the Dodd-Frank Act and created the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
You know, he's slow, but he knows his stuff.
Dodd-Frank placed guardrails on the financial sector to prevent such a crisis from happening again. Unfortunately, the Trump administration has gutted the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau while promoting one industry over that almost exclusively. Which industry is that? The cryptocurrency industry. This administration is playing with fire, dropping lawsuits, hollowing out enforcement, and curtailing investigations into bad actors while cozying up to the crypto donors. If this administration refuses to act, then it is on Congress to provide strong guardrails, protect consumers, and curb corruption. Cryptocurrency is a highly risky, volatile, unpredictable asset. Take the Bitcoin, the gold standard of crypto. It has fallen in value nearly 50% since hitting a record high last October. And it's not just Bitcoin. The total value of the crypto market has dropped from more than $4.2 trillion in October 2025 to $2.36 trillion today.
How many people lost money in crypto? Hands up, by the hands, show of hands. How many people lost money in crypto trying to invest, no matter what it was, $10, $50, $100. If you want to say the amount, that's fine. But I'm just going to say $1,600. Woo, it was 4,000, but I waited and it did a little quick rise and I got up out of there. I said, you know what, I'm just going whatever, get out with whatever I can. And I lost about 1,600. I got up out of there. I was scared and I said no mas, and I'm glad I did. So yeah, I'm one. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Somebody else says a lot. Turn the news back on, made $800, 19 more likes. Okay, guys, keep on going.
All the gains from last year have been wiped out in investors in that cryptocurrency. Crypto has developed a troubling reputation for fraud, including scams facilitated by crypto ATMs, which disproportionately target senior citizens. In 2025, last year alone, the FBI received more than 12,000 complaints of crypto ATM fraud that resulted in more than $333 million in losses. How does it work? A senior citizen gets a telephone call and is told you were supposed to show up for jury duty last month and you didn't show up. Did you know there's a warrant out for your arrest? Senior citizen said, I didn't know anything about that. Well, that's a fact, and the warrant is going to be served on you unless you pay your fine. I'll tell you how you can do it and spare yourself the embarrassment. Go to the crypto machine and feed in $10,000 and it will all go away. The senior citizen worried that their family is going to learn that they did miss their jury duty or whatever it might be, embarrassed at the prospect of discussing it with their kids, just does that, goes to the crypto machine. Does that happen very often? 12,000 complaints of crypto ATM fraud, $333 million in losses. Seniors convinced by scammers to plug money into the crypto machines. And the president has used crypto to enrich himself and his family. Fresh off returning to the Oval Office for a second term, Donald Trump launched a meme coin that generated more than $280 million in profit. President Trump issued a meme coin that generated more than $280 million in profit since he was reelected as president. And his family's crypto firm, World Liberty Financial, has brought in approximately $1 billion in revenue, the family firm.
A mother stretches.
Okay, you guys, you know what we like to do over here, right? We like to do the proof. We like to do the homework. So yes, that's the next thing we'll do. We're going to say, I think that those numbers are right, but we're going to look into that because we got so much more to get into. Claims, but I always like to let both sides speak. So let's keep on going, you guys. Yes, Bitcoin has hit me really hard. Not really hard, but not as much as people here. Somebody said they actually had, somebody said that they got out with like 60,000. That's actually a lot more. Okay, I got you, Joe BX. Another person said that they didn't lose anything. We had a couple of other people that said that they're holding for the long. I guess they'll call that being bullish. I saw that. Try to remember what you guys say, because you're saying stuff, and I want to make sure I'm remembering what you guys say. And if you do me a favor, let's double tap that screen. All you got to do is go like that, right to the screen, right? And that'll get those likes up. What that does is get more people over here. Look at the Hakeem Jeffries work. Look at that. It gets more people over here, right? So that you can see our show, what we have going on, and we got a lot of educational stuff coming up too, and up-to-date information, trending topics, and much more. Let's get into Los Angeles right now. We got fear over the Oscars, because after what happened over at Gracie Mansion, now people are wondering, is this going to be a reoccurring event? Certain words that I can't say, so I'll say the boom, boom, boom attack at Gracie Mansion. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. See what we got else in the kitty for you guys. And matter of fact, this is what I like. We have some action, the actual footage of this guy running when he tried to do the boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I'm gonna open up the screen so you guys can see everything here.
It's the shocking moment. Cops say an ISIS-inspired terrorist tosses a bomb right in front of the mayor of New York's mansion. We're learning today that sheer luck prevented a massacre. 2 bombs failed to explode.
These were improvised explosive devices made to injure, maim, or worse.
Cops say seconds after throwing the first bomb, the suspect grabbed the second from his accused accomplice. He dropped it, and police chased him down. He was overpowered close to where the bomb lay on the sidewalk.
Say that, guys.
New York Police Department officers running to the danger, knowing that these might be explosive devices, knowing that they might explode. That is the kind of commitment that makes this city great.
The heart-stopping drama unfolded outside Gracie Mansion, the mayor's official residence, where far-right anti-Islam protesters clashed with counter-protesters. Authorities say the 2 suspects were radicalized by watching ISIS propaganda videos on their computers. Authorities say 18-year-old Amir Balat had returned from a trip to Turkey in January.
All occupants come out through the front door with their hands up.
Sunday, the FBI raided their homes in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. The 2 bombs were made from jars filled with a powerful explosive widely used by terror groups. The explosive is made from readily available household items and is nicknamed the Mother of Satan. The jars were filled with nails, screws, and other metal items that could have caused serious injuries and deaths. Now there's fear that ISIS terror cells may be targeting next Sunday's Oscars. Security expert Kent Moyer spoke with Jim Murray amid preparations at the Dolby Theater.
What scares me is that it could be somebody that nobody's looking at, and all of a sudden, somehow they come out of nowhere, and we just are not able to identify the threat.
Hopefully that does not happen. Yeah, look at this fool one more time, you guys. Look. Running down the block like he was gonna get away. He had his boy standing there with another one. He grabs him from him, tries to light that, throws it right in front of the police, and the thing puts itself out because it lands on the wick. Luckily, nobody got hurt. Luckily, nobody lost their lives in that tragedy. Want to thank God for being there to protect everybody that was there, because like they said, the police ran to the danger. They ran to it. Amen, you guys. Amen. And Mr. Mom Dummy, now he's a super cat, now use a Mom Dummy. I bet you ain't trying to defund no police now. Yeah, you need him in front of Gracie Mansion now. Watch, you gonna start talking about, oh, we gotta get a little more police out here. What's going on with your party? They not gonna like that too much, fam. And no, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, and I'm not a liberal. I mean, I'm not an independent, not a liberal or a conservative. I'm just basically a human being that made a platform for all of us to come to. I'm not going to say the spiel because it's real and you already know it. Let's keep on going right now because we got more updates from Carolyn Levitt. She's going to be doing a brief press update on Trump's operations in Epic Fury.
President Trump and the First Lady will host a Women's History Month event in the East Room. And on Friday, the president will sign several executive orders, and we will provide more details on those later this week. As President Trump shared with the American people last night, the United States military is making tremendous strides towards achieving our military objectives for Operation Epic Fury. 10 days in, this campaign has been a resounding success thus far, and America's warriors are winning this important fight at an even faster pace than we anticipated.
We needed to be
More
over.
than 5,000 enemy targets have been struck so far. Iran's ballistic missile attacks are down more than 90%, and their drone attacks are down by approximately 85% since the start of Operation Epic Fury. The United States is also annihilating the Iranian regime's navy, and we have destroyed more than 50 Iranian naval vessels, including a major drone carrier ship. None of the regime's vessels are operating in major regional waterways, and the Iranian Navy has been assessed as combat ineffective. The trend is clear. U.S. combat capabilities are increasing and growing more lethal and dominant by the day, while the Iranian terrorist regime's ability to respond has rapidly declined. Now, the U.S. military is moving to dismantle Iran's missile production infrastructure. Our incredible B-2 bombers recently dropped dozens of 2,000-pound penetrator bombs on deeply buried missile sites. Last night, President Trump reiterated his commitment toward keeping oil flowing through the Strait of Hormuz so the United States and all of our allies can receive their energy needs. President Trump will not allow rogue Iranian terrorists to stop the freedom of navigation and the free flow of energy. Let me be clear. It is a good thing to wipe out terrorists who indiscriminately target civilians and attempt to hold the global economy hostage. And President Trump should be commended for doing so.
Well, you know who doesn't agree with you right now, right? They call her Pocahontas. Yeah, you guys, Elizabeth Warren she's just not hearing it. She's not having it right now. Elizabeth Warren, let's get on over to Washington. We're going to stay over there. We got some breaking news. That's right, Elizabeth Warren is slamming the war after a closed door briefing. She says she wants answers. And how long, how much, and why. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen and get those likes up. Appreciate it. Come on now, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Become a member. That's right. And give me all the money in your pockets. No, I don't do that. But I really appreciate the likes. I like doing that because it makes me want to laugh. Every time I do that, it makes me want to laugh. Give me all the money in your pockets. I should use that for something, right?
Sure. What do you think of what you heard, Senator?
Look, here we are well into the second week, and it is still the case that the Trump administration cannot explain the reasons that we entered this war, the goals we're trying to accomplish, and the methods for doing that. The one part that seems clear is that while there is no money for 15 million Americans who lost their health care, there's $1 billion a day to spend on bombing Iran.
Did they give you a cost estimate of the...
No, not in this setting.
They did not give you...
Yeah, what I'm saying comes from publicly reported information.
Are you worried about how long this will drag on?
I'm very worried about how long this will drag on. We are hearing no logical estimates about when it will be over.
Did you ask about the girls' school, the Tomahawk missiles? And
I can't talk about that here. I'm sorry.
Where would you be if they sent up a supplemental? And did they give you any indication this morning that a supplemental is on its way to happen?
At this point, I am a hard no on a supplemental. This is not a war the American people want us to engage in. This is not a war supported by this country, and this is not a war that makes us safer. For the Trump administration to say over and over, there's no money for health care, there's no money for child care, there's no time to pay attention to how families are paying more, but there's $1 billion a day to go to the Middle East and drop bombs on Iran for military purposes that no one can describe and that no one can explain how merely from dropping bombs from the air we will accomplish those ends. No more money. The one thing Congress has the power to do is to stop actions like this through the power of the purse. The military already has $1 trillion. The military already cannot pass a simple audit on where that money is. And for the Trump administration to come back and say shovel billions more into a war in Iran that is not supported by the American people and does not make us safer makes no sense at all. So I will be a no.
All right, you guys, you see, we get everybody their word. I know you guys what you're thinking. What's Pocahontas doing up there? Because we playing fair, you guys. She said hard no. Congress, she's going to try to push for them to start getting at the money. Turn off the spigot. What do you guys think? I'm going to read it. Let me know. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to the DOJ where they're pardoning attorney Ed Martin. He faces targeted over Georgetown DEI. Somewhat of something what they're calling a threat. Let's see what's going on here. Did he get fired or for asking a question? Did he get fired for asking a question? That's what I want to know, you guys. Or did he just try to take his power too strongly because he didn't really have the power to really do what he said he was supposed to be doing? Or wielding unbeknownst power?
Rather about ethics charges just filed against Justice Department pardon attorney Ed Martin. The charges were filed by the office that polices attorney misconduct in Washington. Martin was briefly the interim U.S. attorney for Washington, D.C., and had been nominated by President Trump to fill the role full time. That nomination was pulled when it became clear he would not be confirmed. We're joined now by CBS News Justice correspondent Scott McFarland. Scott, so break down for our viewers what's going on with these ethics charges and what's the DOJ saying?
Vlad, Ed Martin is not a household name, but he's really working on it by amassing controversy after controversy from a relatively obscure position inside the U.S. Department of Justice. He is responsible for less than 1% of the work in that agency, but he is responsible for a growing percentage of the headlines. According to ethics investigators in Washington, D.C., in the District of Columbia itself, Ed Martin sent a letter to Georgetown University last month in which he threatened to strip the university of its internships or other placements inside the Department of Justice for its students or for its associates because he said he'd learned Georgetown was teaching DEI. Didn't really specify what that means or what constitutes teaching DEI, but he listed that as the reason. The ethics investigation found issues with him using his power and his position and the Department of Justice's might itself to try to go after a private university without due process. The Department of Justice has responded to this action by the ethics board in D.C., arguing that that ethics board and the D.C. bar agency responsible for it is politicized and that it's showing itself to be political. And they say they're trying to target and punish those serving President Trump. They also make an argument that a similar scrutiny should have been placed to those who worked under Presidents Biden and Obama. This is not a criminal case. This is not a criminal matter, but it does raise the profile further of Ed Martin, who, among other things, is helping President Trump issue all those pardons.
Keep on moving forward, you guys. All right, that's enough. I told you we're going to share the stage today. We're going to be fair. Now it's time to really get into it right now. We got the Alexander brothers, you guys. We got the Alexander brothers who've been found guilty in the number 6 Trills Trafficking trial. All 3 of them have been found equally in all parts. I think one of them may have been less charged with one, but it looks like all 3 of them may be looking at life in prison for the R word, you guys. The 3 Alexander brothers, 2 of them I think were real estate brokers. I don't even want to mention the things that they were doing because they definitely going to start that circle going. I'm going to let them tell it.
Have been convicted of sex trafficking after weeks of emotional testimony. On Monday, a jury found that the Alexander brothers had repeatedly trafficked and engaged in unlawful sexual activity with young women. 2 of the brothers rose to prominence, closing high-end real estate deals in New York and Miami. Tom Hansen joins us now with more. Tom, good morning.
Hey there, Vlad. Good morning to you. Well, the Alexander brothers were found guilty of all 10 counts against them in federal district court here in Manhattan Monday. Their defense team had argued the brothers were womanizers, but not criminals. The jury disagreed.
More than a year after the Alexander brothers were first arrested on charges including sex trafficking, a jury found the trio guilty of all 10 counts against them Monday. Mark Agnifilo represents Orrin Alexander.
We believe in our client's innocence, and we're not going to stop fighting until we prevail.
Orrin and his brother Tal rose to prominence as real estate brokers to the mega rich, with a splashy profile in the New York Times and appearances on cable business shows about their multi-million-dollar sales.
It's a family affair with us.
Alon Alexander, Orrin's twin, worked as an executive for a private security firm owned by the family.
The Alexander brothers worked together and with others to repeatedly and violently drug, sexually assault, and raped dozens of female victims.
All three brothers were arrested in December of 2024. During the trial, the jury heard from 11 women who accused the brothers of rape or sexual assault, including allegations that the Alexanders had drugged the women before assaulting them, even recording certain encounters without consent. The jury found Tal, Oren, and Alon guilty of sex trafficking charges, Tal and Alon guilty of sex trafficking a minor, and Oren and Alon guilty of sexual abuse. Their sentencing has been scheduled for August, and the brothers face life behind bars.
And now that their federal trial is over, the Alexander brothers still face additional legal trouble, including in Florida, where Alon and Oren are charged with rape in state court. They have pleaded not guilty. The details pretty disturbing, guys.
I guess you already can tell what's coming up because it's just about that time of the show. Yeah, let's get into it, you guys. We got some information coming in right here. A man that is accused. We're following up on the man that was accused of R-wording the 94-year-old lady. It's not a man, this is a monster. He looked like he down, want to be down. I'm just gonna say it. Also, he's been doing this for a while, ever since he was 16 years old. He even followed women in the neighborhood. I'm talking about the monster that R-worded the 94-year-old lady. Yeah, come on, you guys. We gotta watch out for stuff like this. Let's go. We gotta get into it. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Come on, let me get more people over here to see this craziness right here.
From the WBRZ Investigative Unit tonight, new details in the brazen daytime rape of a grandmother in her 90s. Newly filed arrest documents say the victim was sitting on her front porch when the suspect chased her into the carport where he attacked her.
22-year-old Jeremiah Taylor was arrested for that attack, allegedly with an overwhelming amount of evidence, including video against him. However, as the WBRZ Investigative Unit found out, Taylor has gone mostly unpunished despite an alleged disturbing pattern of behavior.
Sylvia Michael, the WBRZ Investigative Unit tracked down two women, one who claims to be another victim of Taylor's and another who says she came terrifyingly close.
The suspect is Jeremiah Taylor. That he does have a previous criminal history.
Emphatic words from a 22-year-old whom we found out has been arrested for rape more than once. On Friday, Baton Rouge police arrested Jeremiah Taylor for assaulting and raping a 94-year-old woman in her driveway in the middle of the day. We uncovered Taylor's troubling history of sexual violence.
Jeremiah was with me maybe 6 to 8 months.
This is his foster mother, 16 years old. Please do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen because many people don't know about this story here. It helps get more people over here. If you double tap the screen, hit the like button, YouTube sees it, and they send the signal up, much more people come over. I really would appreciate it, you guys.
Before, Jeremiah thought it was okay to inappropriately touch me.
This woman, who did not want to be identified, told us she was Taylor's foster mother during COVID.
I felt something on me, and when I got up, I seen him running out of my room.
Without getting too graphic, she claims Taylor got into bed with her and fondled himself when he was just 16 years old.
Jeremiah just thought it was okay to do what he did. And once my mom asked him that particular night, why did he do that? He said that he wanted to see how a grown woman feels.
She says she did press charges, but also told us she believes not much happened legally in his case because he was a juvenile at the time. Taylor faced a similar outcome when police charged him with raping a family member in 2024. Charges in that case were dropped, and Taylor was released from prison in January.
He keeps on getting let out, you guys. They keep letting him out.
Just a couple weeks after getting let out on that charge, Taylor is caught on video obtained by the WBRZ Investigative Unit appearing to stalk this woman.
I was walking from the store on my phone. Okay. And then when I came in the house, I opened the door and my son-in-law said, somebody following me.
Now you see he was behind her, right? And she got the rainbow shirt in the front. Oh, it's not over. He's behind her, got the rainbow shirt in the front. Same sort of area he trying to get them in when they duck into their houses. He's trying to catch them before they open the door with the key.
We tracked down the woman seen in the video and agreed to conceal her identity when she spoke to us. Watch as a man, who she claims is Taylor, follows behind her, hiding behind a car, then appears to get ready to strike, but then turns around when the woman makes it inside the door.
When I saw it on the news that he had raped a 94-year-old woman, I was like, that could have been me.
She tells us she fears what he would have done if she hadn't made it inside, especially after learning how he attacked the 94-year-old in her driveway.
And that must have been what his MO was. He probably thought he was going to grab me in this walkway in here.
He allegedly raped the elderly woman who lived a couple streets over less than 3 weeks later. For these women, especially Taylor's former foster mother, the things they say he did to them will stick with them.
And I live with this every day of my life. Depression, anxiety, and I have to live with it.
District Attorney Hiller Moore sent a statement this afternoon addressing why the charges against Taylor for raping a family member were dropped. He says, quote, despite my office's attempts to contact the victim, we could not do so, not by lack of cooperation of the victim, but that our attempts to locate her were unsuccessful. Without the victim's testimony, we could not proceed to trial. However, Moore adds he will now be seeking indictments for both rapes Taylor is accused of. For the investigative unit, Bess Casserly, WBRZ News 2.
Oh boy, a 94-year-old lady. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're getting through this. And I know she must be so weak. I hope she's not in pain. Ridiculous. I'm talking about almost 100 years old. He is sick. He is demented. Something is definitely wrong with his mental. And I'm just so glad that he's off the streets. Hopefully this not happen to anybody else. And if they did, they need to try to find out if anybody else in the neighborhood has any unreported situations like that that they did not claim. Thank you guys and amen. We got to keep on moving forward right now, you guys. We got a horrible disaster that's stressing acting survivors for this unredacted DOJ release. More files. They released more files when they told us last week there were no more files. So how come all of a sudden now you're saying that there's more files, and in these files you're not even redacting the victims' names for the second time? So now the victims are just giving it up. They're like, you know what, just let the files out because we had enough for y'all already. Yeah, let's go. Let's get into this right now. Horrible distress in Epstein survivors reacts to her name being left unredacted in this DOJ release.
Welcome back. This morning, Epstein abuse survivors are calling for justice once again. The DOJ released more documents over the weekend, and an MS Now analysis found in the release of just 20 documents comprising of fewer than 1,000 pages, the first or last names of at least 21 known or suspected survivors were exposed. Some of these names were left unredacted multiple times. This new release coming after reports that the DOJ withheld and removed documents related to a woman who had made accusations against President Trump. The president has denied any wrongdoing. Our next guest is one of the survivors whose name was divulged in this newest release. Danielle Bensky is joining us now. And Danielle, I know this is now the third release where your privacy has not been respected.
Yeah.
What is it like to have this happen over and over and over again?
Horribly distressing for survivors because, you know, we've had so many conversations with the Democrats, the Republicans, we're in offices and we're constantly saying how important the redaction process is and getting it right is. And you would think that after twice already, especially after the last release where, you know, our lawyers talk to them, everybody's, you know, there's been so much conversation around this topic. And then to see it
That's
yet
crazy,
again
right?
on Friday or Thursday, I believe it was, is just, it's really beyond, I mean, frustrating puts it so mildly.
Yeah.
It's gutting. It's gutting when you're scrolling through. It's like, you know, we're all in the files a lot of the time to see what's there, what's not there, and make sure that we're placing everything. And you don't expect to see your...
I'm sorry, but I got to say a lot of this stuff that you guys are saying. It's crazy. They aren't even attempting to hide the victims' names. What else we got? In The Simpsons, the Epstein files. Homer Simpson covers the case for the Epstein files. Oh, yeah? Avengers assemble, Epstein class, Avengers Doomsday. Victims leaked and perpetrators protected. That was a banger right there. Thank you. I like that, Deadly Dude. What else you got? That's truly the worst part. Deadly. It's a purpose. Yo, Casey, he's still alive. Oh, look at this person right here. Let's pay attention to Michael for a minute. Let's pay attention to Michael for a minute, because Michael, you must be spying on your boy. Yeah, horrible. When will the arrest come? Jeff? And yeah, let's keep on going, because
Your name, of course, right? And so as you're scrolling to see your name, it just brings up, it really is a level of PTSD that survivors are met with often.
Yeah, that re-traumatization.
Yeah.
That's got to be so tough. Of course, the Justice Department has talked about making mistakes. So these are redaction errors. Do you think these
they're not making no mistakes on the powerful people names, are they?
Redaction errors? Do you feel like the DOJ is operating in good faith?
I really want to believe that. I think, I start to feel like a conspiracy theorist, because I'm like, there's no way, right? But it does feel like it has to be a choice at some point, because there were so many redactions in that document. Like, it was a document of 582 pages, I believe, and most things are redacted. And then to see my name just blatantly, like right there, after my full name was redacted on the top, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to believe that it could be to harm survivors,
like retaliation or something for speaking out.
I don't want to believe that.
Yeah.
But at that point, I wonder if it feels like more of a choice, right?
Oh, I haven't even thought about that, but I'm glad you said it. You know why? Because you're a victim, and you would have to deal with something like that, with them saying your name and everything. They already know who you are, but what she's talking about is the actual accounts, the actual things that they're actually doing. I don't want you guys to be saying my name when it's in those sentences and when you're explaining that stuff, because now they got reason to mess with me, because I'm actually making accounts of them being involved in things. Let's keep on moving forward. I would appreciate if you can double tap that screen and get those likes up. Also, give me up. I ain't gonna do that. Do me a favor, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, it's really easy. Just subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to become a member, it's like $2.99 a month. Let's keep on moving forward to the Epstein prison guard. Now, we got somebody in the comments that said that Epstein is still alive. I want to ask you guys a question. Do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein is possibly still alive? I need to ask you guys that. Do you believe so? If you do believe so, I need a thumbs up. If not, I want to see a thumbs down, because they have been having these false claims and real claims and different claims of actually seeing him with security here and fro. But why wouldn't he be able to get plastic surgery if he's that rich? I don't know. I want to know what you guys think, because we got the secret cash deposits that's been put in by this prison guard that was supposed to be, watching him. And these accounts come up to at least about $15,000 or $16,000 from this one particular prison guard. And all of a sudden, she's pushing it, like nice truck and everything like that. $60,000 truck. Yeah. Let's get into this real quick, you guys, because we got a situation right now with Epstein's prison guard, secret cash deposits, and they Google searched the night before what she said about the inmates. Let's keep on going, you guys. I want to show you guys what's going on here. Yeah, we peel the onions and the layers back over here.
The reason why we're in this war, nobody really knows, although I think a majority of Americans probably believe that this has something to do with why Trump felt the need to launch this insane war. We have some new, very significant developments on two fronts. So one directly does involve Trump. We've been talking about how some of the interviews with his most credible accuser, in terms of, in the context of Epstein, how those interviews were not available. Well,
she was not credible because she did not even come up when they were trying to get in contact with her. So come on now. We understand you're trying to lay it on, but don't lay it on with lies.
Pressure, they have now been revealed. So put that to the side. We'll talk about that in just a second.
That to the side.
The other piece, though, has to do with a potential cover-up of what really happened on the day that Epstein died. Let's put this up on the screen. This is a pretty bombshell reporting here from the Miami Herald and also from the New York Post. The headline here is, and this is, of course, Julie K. Brown, prison guards discussed cover-up of Epstein's death, an inmate tells the FBI. I'll read you from the story. An inmate housed at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York told the FBI he overheard guards talking about covering up Jeffrey Epstein's death on the morning he died. The federal government's online Epstein library contains a 5-page handwritten report of an FBI interview with an inmate who awoke the morning of August 10, 2019 to the loud commotion in the special housing unit, or SHU, where he and Epstein were jailed.
Look up Miami Herald, prison guard discuss cover-up of Epstein's inmate tells FBI. I already did. It's a real article right there, y'all.
Breathe, breathe, he recalled officers shouting about 6:30 a.m. Then he said he heard an officer say, "Dudes, you killed that dude." A female guard replied, "If he is dead, we're going to cover it up and he's going to have an alibi, my officers," the FBI notes. The FBI notes said. The inmate claimed the whole wing overheard the exchange. Later, after learning Epstein had died, he said inmates said, "Miss Noel killed Jeffrey." He identified the female guard as Tova Noel, one of 2 correctional officers who were later charged with falsifying reports. So it appeared from their records they had made their rounds that night when they had not. The charges against her and the other officer, Michael Thomas, were later dropped, but both were fired. So that is one of the pieces here. We get another piece from the New York Post, which adds to the story of this one guard, Miss Noel. So this Epstein prison guard Googled him minutes before his body was found and also made mysterious deposits before his quote-unquote suicide. One of Jeffrey Epstein's prison guards, this very same one that the inmate said was involved, she had Googled Epstein minutes before he was found dead. So supposedly no one knew he was dead. And she's there Googling Jeffrey Epstein in prison. She also made a mysterious $5,000 cash deposit 10 days before the Predator's jail cell suicide, new Department of Justice documents reveal. She was one of 2 Metro Correctional Center workers accused of falsifying records. So, she's the one who was supposed to be there watching him. She's allegedly falls asleep and they falsify the records. That was the story. The guards were fired, but criminal charges against both were later dropped. Specifically,
sounds so convenient, y'all, right? She got some money. Now I'm saying, now I was asleep, didn't know what happened. Sounds mysteriously convenient, doesn't it?
What she Googled at 5:42 a.m. and then again at 5:52 a.m., 40 minutes before her colleague found Epstein dead in his cell, what she Googled was, quote, "latest on Epstein in jail." So she Googled latest on Epstein in jail 40 minutes before anyone found his body, allegedly. And then the other piece is this money that, mysteriously turned up in her account. Apparently,
it's not just the money, it's more money, and I think it's a Range Rover or something.
She was shopping for furniture online. Apparently she was driving a fancy vehicle as well. I'm not sure that that's easy to come by when you're earning the salary of a prison guard.
No, you make
so
good
some
money.
pretty significant questions here, Sagar, about, okay, was this investigated? What was determined? Did anyone ever look in?
They make pretty good money. I know a couple of people that got good cars and stuff like that. One thing about being a prison guard, you got a good car, you got a weapon, but you in jail just as much time as the people that you're watching. Oh, we need you to do overtime. Okay, we got the money for it, but think about it. Only thing is, you got the key. They inside the cell, but you still can't go home, right? Yeah, that's how I look at it. No thank you on the prison guard job. No thank you on being the CO. I don't want to have no parts. Thank you. What do you guys think about those stories so far? We're bringing you guys up-to-date conspiracy theories, all sorts of things. But why couldn't it have happened if she was getting money? Could have been other people. That was her little taste to open that door. That other person had a little taste to open that door. That other, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a whole situation here. Anybody remember Mission Impossible? Sometimes one person take the bag, pass it off to the little kid. Never know who got the bag now. Keep on moving forward. I would appreciate it if you guys like the show so far. Our Bottom Line, #1 show on YouTube, especially during this time. Ain't nobody messing with us. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up, because now we've got more. We've got Jeffrey Epstein's mysterious Zorro Ranch. There's a search going on right now in New Mexico. What's going on with that is there have been claims of people being buried out there, and now they're investigating it.
New Mexico authorities launched a search of a notorious secluded ranch previously owned by pedophile financier Jeffrey Epstein on the morning of March 9th. The New Mexico Department of Justice announced in a statement that it searched Epstein's former Zorro Ranch at the direction of Attorney General Raul Torres, alongside local and state police. Torres reopened an investigation into the ranch, where the convicted sex offender once entertained guests 30 miles south of Santa Fe in February. An original case opened to investigate the secretive outpost was closed in 2019 at the request of federal prosecutors in New York. State prosecutors have...
So this is that memorial that they were reporting about yesterday that's been removed overnight. And you know it's a law, illegal to remove memorials. But what's crazy about it is what I always know about things. Sometimes you'll hear a story about it just faintly, even if it's on the internet and you live in, let's say, it happened in New York, and you're hearing faintly about it in California or Texas or something like that. If it happened in Texas, right? But those people that are in Texas know about that situation more than you do. There's people that actually probably worked around it, heard it. Same thing like prior with the prison people. I could imagine what it would be like for me to interview one of those people that was actually claiming that they saw. I heard the guard say this, I heard the guard say that. Yeah, if anybody can get in contact with one of those people, that'd be a good interview for Our Bottom Line. For one of those people that were arrested that say, yeah, I did hear the guard say that. I'll interview them like crazy. All sorts of, bring the rag out. Keep on moving forward, you guys. But these are memorials. And then you got to remember that they probably, and of course, represent people. So this is probably exactly what I'm talking about. They got names up here. They're saying what's going on. And if people know about, we're just not privy to exactly what's going on. So this is what was going on there. And it looks like more than 2 people to me.
Since argued that revelations outlined in the previously sealed FBI files warrant further examination. Epstein has never been charged with criminal wrongdoing in New Mexico, but the state attorney general's office said in 2019 that it had interviewed possible victims who visited the massive ranch. New Mexico state legislators also established a new commission last month to look into whether the desert ranch was used to facilitate sexual abuse and sex trafficking. This search is part of the criminal investigation announced by the New Mexico Department of Justice on February 19th into allegations of illegal activity at Epstein's ranch prior to Epstein's 2019 death, the state DOJ wrote in a statement. Authorities noted that they have had the cooperation of the ranch's current property owners, who have allowed access to the search. The deceased child sex trafficker bought Zorro Ranch in 1993 from former Democratic Governor Bruce King, building a sprawling property that included a 26,700 square foot hacienda-style mansion, guest houses, a pool, ranch offices, a firehouse, heated garages, a private airstrip, a hangar, and a helipad.
Come on now, what do you need all that for? Helipad and all of that? It's just so much that just makes it make sense. And where he get all this damn money from? All these properties, it's not little properties, y'all. He's got mansions, one in Paris, one in New Mexico, one in New York. The one in New York was worth $70 million and someone gave it to him, Les Wexner. How are you getting all this dough?
The property was later sold by Epstein's estate in 2023 and purchased by the family of former Texas State Senator Don Huffines, a candidate for Texas Comptroller who won the Republican primary. The New Mexico Department of Justice will continue to keep the public appropriately informed, support the survivors, and follow the facts wherever they lead, the agency said in a statement.
All right, you guys, that's it on Epstein for the day. You already know how we do it over here. We want to show love to everybody that supports the show, so we gonna get it. That's right, you guys. We're gonna do 3 and 3 today because y'all not hitting us up. So matter of fact, we're gonna do 6 and 6. Let's do 6 and 6 if we get over 500 likes. That's right. I always am a man of my word. I got envelopes at the door right now. And what are those envelopes filled with? Keychains from Our Bottom Line. That's right. Our Bottom Line owned, but we got our own keychains now. And we also have the Purple Sunday Our Bottom Line decals. So if you want to represent the show, you can just go and order it right now from the website or right there at that little slither going across. Or you could hit that like button, because what we do over here is if we get over 500 likes, we're going to be sending out 6 keychains and we're going to be sending out 6 decals. The only thing that we need is your address, you guys, and I'm a man of my word. I got a gang of them going out right now, right at the door. So if you want to be a part of the show, the Our Bottom Line family, all I need you guys to do is go ahead and double tap that like button first. and then send me your address, and you can be getting one of these or one of these. 6 people on both, so that's 12 pieces going out. Let's keep it moving forward, you guys. I got more work to do, got more to get into, more information to get out. Now we're going to get on over to the Northwest. Authorities are not leaving any stone unturned in this Epstein search, reporters are saying. Now this one here gets a little crazy.
One of the most infamous properties linked to Jeffrey Epstein. Right now, state investigators, police, and sheriff's deputies have been combing through the massive Zorro Ranch in New Mexico. This remote 7,600-acre compound sits about 30 miles south of Santa Fe and was owned by Epstein for more than 2 decades. Now, the search is part of a reopened investigation into allegations that girls were sexually abused and trafficked at that property. Survivors have testified that Epstein and his associate, convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, brought young women there for sexual exploitation. And aside from...
Well, they're all behind him in every picture if you look at it.
From those assault claims, the reason this ranch has come up again is because in the Epstein files, there was an allegation that dead bodies were buried in the hills near that property. Now, the state released a statement which reads in part, the New Mexico Department of Justice appreciates the cooperation of the current property owners. Prosecutors will continue to keep the public appropriately informed, support the survivors, and follow the facts wherever they lead. Now, the ranch itself is massive. It's huge. We're talking a reported 26,000 square foot hilltop mansion, guest houses, private airstrip, multiple outbuildings, all scattered across the desert. We know that Epstein bought the ranch in 1993. He kept it till his death in 2019 while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges. There's a previous investigation, but this is very different. I want to bring in somebody who's been following the story from the very beginning, Joshua Bowling, the senior reporter at Source, New Mexico. Thanks for taking the time. Do you know any more details about this search? How long they searched the property, where they searched, what they're looking for?
Yeah, thanks for having me. They're great questions. You know, in a nutshell, no stone is left unturned when the New Mexico Department of Justice and state police descended on this on Monday. As I understand it, and as I've reported out, investigators went through buildings that were on the property. They went through the landscaped areas. Of course, it's under new ownership right now, and the new owner was partway through some construction on this. He had planned to turn this into a religious retreat and hoped to, reclaim the property.
Need to take that Z off the top of there.
In his words. And so as we've reported, authorities went through every square inch of the property on Monday.
Have they been excavating anything? Have they been digging anything up?
Details like that haven't been made public yet. What has been made public out of this investigation is that they are taking seriously and looking into the time leading up to Epstein's death. As you said, he owned this ranch for a number of years before he died in 2019. And as my colleagues and I reported a few weeks ago, our former Attorney General had an active investigation into Jeffrey Epstein and his activities at Zorro Ranch. But the first Trump administration asked him to shelve that query. So we're seeing something of a resuscitation of that effort here.
And one person asked, why does it look familiar? You know what? I think it might actually be the same guy. Why does that look like the same guy? I think it actually is the same guy. Do me a favor, you guys. We got to keep on moving forward now to Los Angeles. We got a family, $40 million after a man was charging his Tesla and was still nabbed to Dillsneff. Sad story right here. Families wondering what's going on, why in this neighborhood that this happened. I want to make sure that I'm getting the location correct. But yeah, he was charging his Tesla. Just want to make sure, you guys. Let's get into this real quick and see what we can do about, I don't know, it's not too much that we can do. But this is just a sad story where a family is mourning the death of their father.
Of a beloved California lab tech is suing the city of Downey, California for $40 million after 68-year-old Reynaldo LaFonce was stabbed to death by a homeless career criminal outside the city library while simply charging his Tesla. But when paramedics arrived to the scene to try and save his life, another homeless man took off with the ambulance, leading police on a high-speed chase. Now, the man suspected of killing Reynaldo, 23-year-old Giovanni Navarro, was previously convicted of 28 crimes and let out of jail just hours before the stabbing. Some of his prior convictions include brandishing a weapon, attempted burglary, criminal threats, and resisting arrest. Joining me now to tell Reynaldo's story is his eldest son, Michael LaFonce, and the family's attorney, Alex Galindo. Michael, begin with you. I'm so sorry for your loss. I cannot imagine what you and your family are going through. But what's going through your mind when first you hear your dad was stabbed, but that the ambulance that could have saved his life was immediately stolen thereafter?
First off, I just want to say so much coverage has been talking about my dad being killed. And it's important to note that he wasn't just killed, he was murdered. And when you hear something like that, the man you admire your whole life, it shatters you to the bone. There's no rhyme or reason, and it hurts, and it still hurts.
Understandable, Michael. Alex, how is the city of Downey ultimately liable under California law for what happened to Michael's dad?
Well, Todd, the city of Downey, this was a colossal failure on their behalf. They had known for quite some time, in fact, 10 years, another officer was murdered in this same parking lot, one of its own police officers. They've had a long history of crime in this area. In fact, in the last 4 years, they had 675 calls for service at this particular area. And the city's liability is based on the fact that they had helped create the danger in this area. They knew that this was a high crime area. They invited people such as Mr. LaFonce to come to this area, charge their vehicle and charge for it. But they failed to protect the individuals who would come and use their services. And this happened right in front of the library, and at Civic Center, where the residents would come and seek the services of the city. So the basis of the liability is they created this danger by knowing that this was a dangerous area and invited people to come and use it for a commercial purpose.
Michael, I mentioned in the intro.
Oh man, that's terrible. The story keeps on going on, you guys. This is a grievance California family seeking $40 million in damages from the city. I want to pray for him. I want to pray for his family. I want to pray for all the other sons and daughters and grandchildren, because you saw he was holding his grandchild in that photo and they looked so happy together. Sad, you guys. I want you to enjoy life every single day, because we don't know when it's going to be, when we're not going to have it. And I want to say this today for the family as well as the victim. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward to Portland, you guys. We got these anti-ICE protesters in Portland. This fool right here, I don't know what he was thinking about. He lights it. First of all, I got a certain problem, a real serious, deep down problem with anybody setting the American flag on fire. I don't care what you got to say about it in the comments. HELL, hockey sticks, kiss my grits, whatever y'all got to say. You're lucky I'm being clean right now. I don't believe in nobody burning my flag. That's disrespect. That's like smacking me in the face. Do not burn my flag, first of all. So luckily, the flag had a little bit of fight back on this one. We got this anti-ICE protester who lights himself on fire while trying to light up a flag. Yeah, and they happen to help him. I wouldn't have helped him. I'd have let him flame on. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up so we can get these stories out. Yes, warning, graphic content. Yeah.
You're betraying your oath. You're betraying the Constitution.
So what we're going to be concentrating on is the idiot behind the truck that's lighting something up right now. I wouldn't have went and saved him. Yeah. Somebody said flame on. Oh, really? You feel like that, Kenzie?
Where people like to stupid.
Hey, with International Women's Day being tomorrow, some of my women, friends, and neighbors out here burning down Imperial America.
You're betraying your country. You're betraying your oath. You're betraying the Constitution.
Yeah, so not that much of a flame on him. I just wish it would have said whoosh. I wish it would have done a little more than, call me what you want, I don't care. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to the Scepter. Yeah, because I used to take the Scepter too. And it's not as bad as the MTA. I always show you guys the MTA all the time. Now it's time to go to another train line right now because they got new security, they got details, and they aim to detect and deter riders' violations. This is why this is what they need to do in New York. I'm gonna just look at this right here, you guys. They always say that they're doing this. Sometimes you might see the police on the train, sometimes you might not. But they seem like they're a little more concentrated when it comes down to the Scepter.
How's it going, bro?
The goal has to be changing the behavior.
Eagle 4 was approximately 10:30 on camera 3.
And they actually use their cameras to watch people. Wow.
Smoking on a train, open container of alcohol, drug use, sleeping on a train. Somebody's intoxicated on the train.
Let the officers know that the male fell into the track area on his own.
Hopefully, we can start improving those quality of ride issues and not see a spike in others.
We need this in New York.
The newest detail, there's two parts of the detail. So the first part of the detail is our virtual patrol division that monitors all of our surveillance cameras.
Overall, 34 to 35,000.
And see what's going on that train car right now.
1056 on the Frankfurt L. It's illegal to have what they call in the streets a shiesty mask.
The second part of it is just getting our officers out on trains.
Doors are opening.
Their assignment for the entire day is that they're going to ride trains.
Feel a little more comfortable with people riding the train with you, right? Maybe for the whole $3 that you're spending, maybe we do deserve a police officer.
So we'll be on trains our whole shift, looking for code of conduct, people sleeping that should be waking up, or people who are loitering on trains, smoking.
Found him with the crack pipe. I can feel it. Hunter, what you doing on the train, Hunter? Come on now.
Drug usage, things of that nature.
You're gonna have to exit the station, right? Get some air. You're looking. You always got your eyes open. It's always something. It gives me more of a purpose now. Like, I actually like this job.
And one of the things you'll see when you go out, any interaction they have with the
that's what we need.
The addicted, mental health.
That's what I'm talking about.
Services.
What you got going on over there? Get your ass up.
Get up, they leave.
About 2 years ago, we started an initiative.
Yeah, Scepter, come on, y'all need to send this over to New York and send that video over to MTA, because they not doing nothing like that. They be like this on the phone. You get on the train in New York, they be like this. Think I'm playing, they be like this. Like, officer, He'd be like, oh, hold on a minute, I'm talking to my girl. I need a selfie real quick. Yeah, all right. And the train in New York, you can forget about it. You on your own. If something happened, you see what happened when they set the lady on fire. He came over there and walked away. Sad part about it, they don't even care. It's ATF in New York. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yes, let's keep on. And thank you guys for the gifts. That was the Scepter. I believe it was New Jersey. Keep on going, you guys. Melissa, thank you so much. Don't worry about it. I appreciate you guys. They caught Pookie on the train all the time. They are always on their phone. Thank you so much, May. You know what I'm talking about. They always on the phone. Tell the truth. Ain't they always on the phone when you guys look? Detroit. Let me ask you guys a question. I see the other side of the story right here. The only thing is she got caught. The only thing, I'm going to put it like this. Somebody went to get their hair did, and they didn't have all the money. And they try to be slick and say, look, I ain't got all the money. I only got a certain amount I'm going to give you. And then homegirl said, look here, I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired. If we're going to make a video, if we're going to go viral, we going viral. I'm going to need all mine. Matter of fact, what you got in your pockets? Let all that go. She was not playing. I done did your hair. I done did your daughter hair. And now you telling me that I'm charging too? Oh, no. That's what I think. The way the other part of the story goes, the way that the other person is explaining it, I can't believe it. Because the way that she's explaining it is, I gave her the money and she wanted more. She might want a tip or something like that, but it just doesn't sound correct to me. Please, I don't mind you correcting me if I'm wrong. I think I'm right on this one. We got to get on over to Detroit. We got a hairdresser who pulled out that AR thing. She wasn't playing. Robin Phillips, a Detroit woman, over a payment. She's like, you gonna pay me today? You ain't getting up out of here without paying me today. I don't think it's right to do that in front of a child. I think you're pretty wrong for that. But sometimes people, they want their money. Bitch, better have my money.
After getting her hair done. It was all about a dispute over the cost of the service, and some of it was caught on video. Fox News' Camille Amiri spoke to the woman about the ordeal. She joins us now live.
Pay me what you owe me.
With more. Camille, this is definitely something I haven't heard before.
Yeah, this is a wild story. So Robin Phillips saw an ad for a discount at this hairdresser's house. So she decided to take advantage of that.
Don't get over the word, the hairdresser's house. I know a lot of people can work good out of their homes, but people act different when you in their crib.
A discount. She booked an appointment for her and her daughter to get their hair done. When the services were over, the hairdresser said she was charging her more money. It wasn't what the discount price was advertised as. Robin Phillips said she ended up paying the higher price anyway. And then she says this happened. Take a look.
She had the scissors in her hand. She already had scissors in her hand. She says, if you're not going to pay me, if you're...
See the gaps in the story already? As soon as you can't flow the story, you lying. I'm telling you, I know this. I've been around people too long. Come on, Robin, try it again. I'm gonna go back because I want my people to get the understanding too.
Take a look.
She had the scissors in her hand. She already had scissors in her hand. She says, if you're not gonna pay me, then I'm gonna cut your daughter's. Then I'm gonna cut your daughter's hair. She just kept waving the scissors around like this. And I was just like, just basically trying to calm her down, like, please do not do that. So she runs upstairs and she grabs an AR. So
I bet you got up off that Wendy's money when you seen that AR though, right? Trying to keep a little extra for the dollar value meal. Not today.
I know that's what she was going up there to grab. So she went upstairs to grab the AR. She's like, you're not leaving out of here until you run me my money. So I did just that, and she's still going on and on about it. I want more money. I want more money. So I'm just like,
I want more money. I want more money. You know what I like about this story? They actually got the lady talking, and you could hear everything in her voice. She sounded like everything I just said. You got her to the point where she got mad. You in her house talking about you ain't gonna get that lady her money? Oh, you stay right there. I got something for people like you.
Here. Just take it. I gave her basically everything that I had.
Because it was all that you were supposed to pay her. You trying to hold back on the big back budget. Come on now, get that lady her money.
Here. Just take it. I gave her basically everything that I had.
Big gun, house. Big gun. At my house. And it say, I'll shoot you. No, I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you. Don't do that. Oh, broken.
I'm just distraught right now because she did all of this.
I was able to hear through the words. I heard, get your big ass out of here. I heard, broke itch. I heard, I will you, and give me my money. I heard those words, even though they was stopped. I knew it was.
For what? When we could have just simply just handled it, like adults. I mean, she said, I will shoot you. I will bury you over $10. She was saying that. Yeah, she said, I will bury you over $10. So we pushed past her. We had to get out of there.
You will have nothing for the big back budget today, boo-boo. Give it up. Give it all up. You should have told your boy you needed more money. Big back budget? No, we're going to cut into that today.
Okay, so after this whole thing, Robin and her boyfriend and her daughter went to the police department, one of the precincts, and filed a report, showed that video, not the part that we showed you, but the actual face of the woman, showed the police the video of the woman, told them where she was located, filed a report, and she said she's really hoping, she wants to tell this story, but she really hopes that people will learn from it and hopes that this will not happen to them. Of course, it's going to be interesting to see if police do arrest this woman, this hairdresser, and to see what happens next. Reporting live in Detroit, Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
No, she made up the story for the news, and because the lady probably got locked up and went through the system or something like that, she wanted to make herself pour some extra on it. I do not believe her. I told you guys from the gate, I think she's lying. How many people think that lady lied and was trying to save some money for the big back budget? If you think that she was trying to save some of the money that she probably knew that she was supposed to have to pay that lady for doing all that work for her big back behind and her daughter, do me a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up, #1. And let me see a thumbs up if you think that she was wrong. If you think that the hairdresser was wrong, give me a thumbs down. I like to see what you guys think about that. But I think she was trying to slide some extra dough to the side for the big back budget. Just keep on moving forward. She's a bad liar. Yeah, she's lying like hell. She definitely lying. Said hi, be right back, BBB, big back. Yeah, she's lying the big time, trying to always do that cheap ass. I'm gonna have to use that Bugatti. Go ahead, bro, no problem. She's lying. What happened? Krispy Kreme back. I wasn't there and I don't know the agreement, but I don't go to kitchen beauticians, no, because they're too next to the cleavers. But if something doing their hair, you better pay up. I do agree with you. Yes, you know, she owe that lady that money. Talking about they going to get some Wendy's after this. No, you not. You're going to get that lady all her money. Let's keep on moving forward. This is a more serious story right here. Thank you so much for Jordan towards the big back budget. Somebody said that they want to use that. Feel free. Go ahead. There you go. What happened to Just Turned In? They always want to come. What else you got? Evidence and witnesses. They just relevant in the crime itself. You know how they do, y'all. Thank you so much, Jordan. Let's keep on going over to Berkeley County because we got 4 people that lost their lives, including the suspect in an early morning New Jersey pow, and you guys like. Matter of fact, I just hate reporting stories like this because it's just too much. Like, for real? 4 of them? Damn. Love quarrels and all of that stuff. Do me a favor. Lock your damn door, and don't be letting people in just to let them in. Even if you got a boyfriend or somebody you with a significant other, you need to let people know that whoever you staying with, that there might be an issue before you could let them decide if they want you staying there. It's serious at this point out here. People crazy. Come on, y'all. We got these people. All 3 of these people lost their lives, plus the person that came to do it because he got mad with the baby mama. Another one of those. Keep on going, you guys.
People, including the suspect, are dead after an early morning shooting in Berkeley Township. Let's get things right over to News 12 New Jersey's Jim Murdoch. He's been at the scene all day and joins us now with the latest this evening. Jim?
Eric, just a lot of new information coming on about this triple homicide here. And bear with me as a lot of this information I am now seeing for the first time. We now have the names of the victims confirmed killed are 61-year-old Alan Russell, his wife, 60-year-old Michelle Russell, and their daughter, 38-year-old Deanna Stewart of Berkeley Township. The shooter has been identified as 37-year-old Vaughn Stewart of Maplewood. According to police, Vaughn entered the home and shot Mr. and Mrs. Russell. Vaughn then chased Deanna down the street, fired multiple shots, and killed her about 50 yards away from the home. Now, she also lived here with her parents and 3 minor children. Vaughn and Deanna were the parents of those 3 children. They had been living separately. This all happened just after 5 a.m. as most neighbors were still sleeping or just waking up. The shooting happening here along Fairwood Drive. At least 8 shots in all were fired, some of them captured on Ring video.
Your victim's going to be at number 8 Fairwood Drive. That's not secure as well, so just stay where you're at.
I heard pop, 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 pop. Terrifying moments witnessed by neighbors. The response captured on Broadcastify.
You're getting medics from Lakehurst.
Within seconds, 3 lives gone. The shooter then ending his own.
All you hear is bang, 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 bang. And I literally just grabbed my daughter and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
We were laying in bed and out of nowhere, there was just rapid, consistent echoing. Of course, we know it's gunfire now.
Stunned neighbors trying to make sense of the early morning tragedy. Neighbors like Ashley, who moved here for the quiet. Your first instinct was to
just put my body over my daughter and hold her because I didn't know where the gunshots were coming from. They were so loud.
The Ocean County Prosecutor's Office confirmed 3 victims were fatally shot, and the shooter died at a local hospital of self-inflicted injuries. The scene remained secured throughout the day, with police telling people there were no threats to the public.
I didn't know where it was coming from, if it was going to stop.
my whole body just was shaking.
New Jersey, Berkeley County,
And
New Jersey.
again, new information coming in. According to
Berkeley County, New Jersey.
Police, they were just arriving on the scene shortly after Vaughn shot and killed Deanna, again, about 50 yards away from the home. And as he was making his way back inside the home, that's when police heard an additional gunshot outside. That is the moment police say that Vaughn took his own life. Again, a very tragic situation here in the Bayville section of Berkeley Township. 3 people, parents and a daughter, are dead. The shooter, an ex-husband, now also dead.
Now, what about the kids? You ain't even think about that. You just wanted to go on a rampage. What about the kids? Who gonna raise them? I want to pray for their souls. I want to pray for the rest of the extended family. Also pray for the children. They're going to go through a very traumatic time because not only is their mother gone, but the one side of their grandparents is gone. Probably going to be hard to visit the other side too. A whole bunch of negativity right there. Sad situation. Just pray for the children that they get strength through this time. I want to hope that the family can help come together and fill the voids that have been taken away. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got cops that pack a court as a murder trial is going on. You guys remember this case from Jonathan Euler? He gets as it gets underway. This is the case from 2024 where a man, I remember this case myself, I think he was on a highway and he got pulled over and he pow-powed the police officer, highway patrol, through the car. I think this is the one right here. Let's make sure. Let's see what we got going on over here.
Powerful show of support in Queens today as the murder trial and the killing of NYPD officer Jonathan Diller gets underway. Officer Diller was shot and killed during a traffic stop in Far Rockaway 2 years ago. Yeah. Today, nearly 100 officers, along with Officer Diller's family and friends, filled the courtroom as his suspected killer, Guy Rivera, stood before a jury. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles is live in Kew Garden, Queens with the very latest. Darla.
Liz, there was probably more than 100 officers. There's a main courtroom that was filled with officers, as well as 2 overflow courtrooms. They were also filled with NYPD officers, and then there were officers outside of those courtrooms who still did not have seats inside. Today has been a powerful and painful day for those NYPD officers and the widow of Jonathan Diller. Today we heard that harrowing body cam video of fellow officers screaming, "No, no," as they were trying to get Diller off the ground, into the RNP, and to the hospital.
Some of his family couldn't even stay in the courtroom to watch it. That's how heartbreaking it was.
Harrowing body cam video of the final moments of Officer Jonathan Diller's life played as testimony began in the first-degree murder trial of 36-year-old Guy Rivera in the March 2024 shooting death of the 31-year-old NYPD officer.
His whole career ahead of him. A wife, his son, waiting for him at home.
Hundreds of NYPD officers packing courtrooms at the Queens Criminal Courthouse for opening statements Tuesday morning. Diller's widow, also in court, surrounded by family as she faced her husband's alleged killer.
This individual made a calculated and deliberate action to point a loaded and operable .3 caliber firearm in the direction of Officer Diller and pull the trigger.
Cameras were allowed in the courtroom today, but attorneys could not be videotaped while addressing the jury. Rivera, dressed in an orange shirt and orange tie, showing little emotion as prosecutors outlined their case against him about the deadly traffic stop in Far Rockaway, Queens, when Diller was shot in his abdomen at close range under his vest.
It was excruciating pain and immediate and uncontrollable internal bleeding.
As for Rivera's defense,
a moment ago, ADA Zaratowski told you a story of a really calculated act of a man who intentionally shot and killed a New York City police officer. That simply did not happen.
His attorney suggesting the gun discharged during a chaotic scene.
You have to look at what actually happened and what's been proven to you, and whether there's any evidence, that Mr. Rivera had any intent to shoot or kill a police officer.
Now, testimony has concluded for the day. We've just seen the head of the PBA and net contingency leave the courthouse. Testimony will resume tomorrow morning around 10 o'clock. This trial is expected to last 3 to 4 weeks. Reporting live in Kew Gardens, Darla.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Terrible tragedy right there. Somebody said, who was patrolling the streets when all of those cops were actually at that thing, at the court case? Probably if anybody had to work the night shift, they came in and just did that. And then probably they had enough people in there to cover. Because that's a good question, because I thought I was the only one that thought that, really. Also want to pray for the loss of life, the loss of what he could have been, his family. Want to also pray for his son and his wife, because terrible tragedy when you go out to go to work and you don't come back. It's a sad situation. Probably people always saying, I wish I would have said this, wish I would have said goodbye. I could imagine. Just want to pray for them in this tragic time, because I know it's been 2 years, but still, it's probably a major void when you lose a head of household like that, and your father and your husband. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to keep on going to LA. We got new details that's and it's been together. Oh, we been all together. You can run in my umbrella. Hey, hey, hey. You guys know what I'm talking about. We got this situation with ASAP's girl. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Rihanna's boyfriend. I'm sorry. Rihanna, you guys know what happened a few days ago. We got the crazy lady from Miami, where it never fails, decided she wanted to go pow, 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 pow. And we're leaning more towards her being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs instead of anything else, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward with this story that we've been breaking for the last 2 days, where Rihanna's home got pow, pow. Let's go.
Authorities are hunting for a motive behind the drive-by shooting at the Los Angeles home of music superstar and billionaire businesswoman Rihanna. New video shows her and her longtime partner, rapper A$AP Rocky, out together Saturday. The night before, police say 35-year-old Ivana Ortiz allegedly opened fire with an AR-style rifle outside the couple's LA mansion while Rihanna was inside.
Shooting just occurred. CPR believes the shots came from across the street of the upper gate.
Authorities say at least 10 shots were fired before Ortiz allegedly fled.
Suspect was a 2023 to 2024 Tesla four-door with paper license plate.
Officers tracking her down in a mall parking garage 8 miles away.
They have the vehicle. Driver is out on his knees. They're approaching the vehicle now.
Police returned to the scene several times Monday afternoon. Bullet holes strewn across the front gate, now covered with tape. At least 2 other homes on the street were also hit by bullets. Police closing the entire block while they investigate.
We're going to actually need to clear the street down to Coldwater. Our criminalists are going to be doing some trajectory analysis.
Rihanna has so far not commented publicly about the incident, but People reports a source close to the star says she doesn't understand why someone would target her family. Another added in the aftermath, Rihanna is, quote, freaking the F out. It's not yet clear whether A$AP Rocky or the couple's 3 children were also home at the time. No injuries were reported. The suspect remains locked up on suspicion of attempted murder. Her bail is set at more than $10 million as we learn new details about her past. ABC News has obtained these 2 mugshots of Ivana Ortiz, stemming from a 2023 domestic violence allegation in Florida. Investigators are now combing through her social media accounts, where in recent weeks she appears to have made multiple bizarre references to Rihanna.
Y'all, do your boy a favor. We're trying to get up to 500 likes and get more people over here. We got much more. We're going to finish off this story, of course, but believe me when I tell you, we got a lot more to get into. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Become a member. It's $2.99 a month, and we do this every single day. Hit the notification bell right down there so that you know when we're on. And yes, I'd appreciate it. All you got to do, double tap that screen, it gets those likes up. YouTube sends up a signal and it shows our header. Gives people more of a chance to go over here and see what we got going on. That's all I'm asking for. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's do it.
You saw Rihanna? You saw her picture?
The incident raises concerns about celebrity security when home addresses are often available.
Sadly, it's all too easy to find the address of a celebrity or some other, high net worth individual. I would hope that somebody of her profile does have a good protective intelligence team out there watching for these threats on social.
I don't know if LA suburbs and the hills is the spot no more, y'all. Especially after Pop Smoke and all of that stuff going on. It's just too much. Robberies, just too much.
Social media.
And there are still a lot for investigators to figure out here, including when Ortiz arrived in California from Florida. But we're told it does appear mental health could likely be a major factor in this case. Guys.
Okay, Trevor, thanks.
It ain't the only one. It's not over. What's her name? Rachel Zoe? What's her name? Rachel Zoe, the fashion designer in MLA. Her house was burglarized, not even too far from here. Come on, you guys, we got more. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, because you know your boy do the homework.
Police are searching for 2 burglary suspects after a break-in connected to the home of fashion designer Rachel Zoe. LAPD saying that officers responded to a burglary call just after 1 a.m. on Sunday, but the suspects had already fled. One eventually arrested and booked on burglary charges. TMZ reporting Zoe was in Vegas when all of this happened and no one was inside of the home.
News now, we're learning more this morning about it. The suspect arrested after a shooting outside singer Rihanna's Beverly Crest mansion.
DJ Graciette is live there at...
Yeah, so 2 situations. It's jumping off in LA. I'm good. I'm out of there. I wouldn't be living up in them hills. You got the money? Sorry, it's time to sell. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. But we got, she won't be able to face that trial and competence. If you have more money, social infrastructure treat you as more valuable. You're right about that. Thanks, you as well. Winter, who cares about that, right? What are you talking about? Leave winter alone. Let's keep on going, you guys. So what's discussing about currently? We were talking about Rihanna, and now we're about to get into this Miami situation where we got this video of a man who was fighting with Popo, and next thing you know, it leads to get up against the wall. Watch your head. You already know how that goes. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Miami, you guys never fail. I'm telling you, you just never do. Is this the one right here? Yeah, here we go.
A passenger is facing charges after causing quite the disturbance on a Southwest Airlines flight at Miami International Airport.
Marissa, let's go. Marissa, let's go.
He had a little bit too much to drink. He's telling Marissa, let's go. Get on over here, Marissa. Let's go. The next thing you know, you see that man that's in front of him? Just keep paying attention.
Certainly escalated from there. Authorities say 32-year-old Marcial Daniel Martinez became disruptive during the boarding process of a flight heading to Denver. Investigators say a U.S. Department of Energy officer who was traveling in plain clothes stepped in to try to control the situation. Police say Martinez appeared to be intoxicated, bloodshot eyes, a smell of alcohol on him. Martinez was taken into custody and is now facing charges including battery and disorderly intoxication.
Yep. And you know what happens now? I want to warn everybody. Tell Jawakatima, tell everybody that's coming on the plane, if they want to act up like that and they have to actually take that plane down and bring you guys back, woo, you're going to be charged with a lot and you're going to have to pay a big old fine. Don't be acting crazy when y'all go to the airport. And I'm glad that they're stepping up with security like this and not taking no crap no more. I want to be able to go to the airport and do it and walk through the way I normally do, showing off my suits and saying hello to everybody. And guess what, you guys? You think it's funny to wear a suit? Try to wear a suit when you go on the plane. You might get bumped up to first class. I think it didn't happen to me a couple of times. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got a lot to get into. I'd appreciate it if you're subscribed to the channel right now. Become a member. We got to get on over to Alabama. Are we going to Alabama? Let's go to Alabama. We got the Governor Ivey, who makes a rare move to commute someone's F sentence. Instead of taking them out, 71-year-old man, he's commuting his sentence to life in prison now. I don't know, maybe he's okay with it, but I don't know what this man's crimes are, and I'm not sure if the families and the victims actually agree in this. Let's keep going, guys. Let's go.
Begin with breaking news. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey has commuted the execution of a man on death row. I'm Kristen McIntosh. Thanks for joining us for the CBS 42 News at noon. So just an hour ago, Governor Ivey announced that 71-year-old Charles L. Burton would instead serve life in prison without the possibility of parole. He was set to be executed Thursday for the murder of Doug Battle in 1991. Despite not being the man who actually killed Battle in 1991, Burton was convicted of murder. Governor Ivey released a statement regarding commuting burden sentence that reads in part, quote, "I cannot proceed in good conscience with the execution of Mr. Burton under such disparate circumstances. I believe it would be unjust for one participant in this crime to be executed while the participant who pulled the trigger was not. The murder of Doug Battle was a senseless and tragic crime, and this decision does not diminish the profound loss felt by the Battle family. I pray that they may find peace and closure," end quote. Now, to read the entire statement, plus reaction from lawmakers and more on this story, you can visit the CBS 42 News.
No, you can't. You're going to get a follow-up on here on Our Bottom Line because we got to get on over to Venezuela where President Trump visit this restaurant and say what's up to everybody out there. Yeah, we got some new gaggle coming in from our President Trump. You guys double tap that screen because it's going down right now. President Trump, he actually goes to Venezuela to visit a restaurant? Okay, and Alfonso in Gil, Florida. Is that Florida? Or he goes to an area of Venezuelan restaurant. That's right, it's a Venezuela-style restaurant. He didn't go to Venezuela, Bugatti.
This president, we have seen it.
My friend for a long time. He's one of the most successful men in Florida. And he did it the hard way, right?
I just want to be loyal.
I know, you always have. Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope you had a good day, everybody. Everybody, Margot, you had a good day?
Great day.
How's Margot doing? Good?
So he be making his runs, he be stopping through, pulling up.
Yeah, forget the data. Forget the data. Anyways,
These are the people that we need to thank. They're the ones, Brett. That's our army, that's our that's our navy, that's our
See, he makes appearances, he moves around, goes places, but now we got to keep on moving forward because I wanted to bring it down a little bit. Now I got to turn it right back up. Yep, we're going to turn it right back up and we're not waiting. We're going right back to the airports because we got this United Airlines flight where this woman has a major meltdown as she gets kicked off the plane for blasting loud videos and music on her phone. You ever be sitting next to somebody and you're just like, okay, could you please turn that down a little bit or a couple of seats over? And for some reason, they just think it's for you. It's the noise is just for you and it just drives you crazy. You're trying to get a couple of Z's in there, but they got their iPad with no headphones or no earbuds, and they just want to play it as loud as they want because that's the movie that they want to watch. Oh yeah, I've been there many times, you guys. Hey, it's like that. United Airlines, I hope they're going to be doing something about this soon because they're talking about actually giving out headphones now and forcing people to wear them.
All right, here's one of my absolute bugbears, especially on public transport, whether you're on a train or a bus or worse, trapped on an aircraft with someone who's listening to music or a video on their phone out loud rather than using headphones. So
it gets on my nerves when they do it on a train.
I was quite heartened when I saw this vision of a woman doing just that on a plane in the US after complaints from other passengers. Well, she was removed.
I do not give. I paid money for it, and I played a video for 30 seconds at 50% sound. Hey, is this not a free speech America? Or like, are we being assholes to literally everybody? I am giving the peace. Can I not express my feelings?
This is now what we're dealing with, y'all. This is what we now deal with.
How is listening to a stupid video on your phone out loud a free speech issue? But anyway, United Airlines in the US have been considering all of this, and they are now mandating that if you fly on their planes, you must have headphones. I mean, you don't have to have them, but if you're listening to a video or music, it must be done with headphones, otherwise you're out.
I need to know, right? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's get it.
Headphones is no longer just considered proper etiquette. It is now a requirement on United Airlines flights. United says passengers who use speakers or refuse to wear headphones could be removed from flights and even face a lifetime ban. The airline says that travelers who don't have headphones can request a free pair from flight attendants.
How about the bonnets? Can we do something with the bonnets next? And then after that, let's do something with the pajama pants. Cause y'all cool, but I don't need to see what you what you wear to sleep. And why would you want to have the same pajama pants that you wear in your bed outside? Ain't that something you're supposed to change into to get comfortable to go to bed? What you doing outside with pajama pants on, with some slippers on like this? Coming through the airport with your bags and everything with a big bonnet on. I'm looking at you like, you serious? Yeah, that's what they do, y'all. The bonnet, they got on the pajamas and the slides. And they just looking like they in their living room somewhere. What you looking at me like that for? Huh? Yeah, you know how it go. Jawakatima all day long. Keep on moving forward, you guys. I got a question. I need a favor. I need you guys to tell me your favorite coffee. Come on now. For your favorite coffee, what is it? Is it Maxwell House? Is it Folgers? Is it Starbucks? Is it Sanka? Remember Sanka? Oh, Sanka was a serious coffee. And is it Bustelo? I got caught out there. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. They don't know. They didn't brush their teeth yet. Many people do sleep on the plane. I don't care about the, but it's still telling. Cafe Bustelo. Thank you. I drink the same thing, and we're gonna stop together. I'm just gonna say it. Not really coffee drinker. That's racist. Trader Joe's, whatever. Trader Joe's. I'm black, so I can say what I want. Like I say, it's my people. It's my sister. My sister's name is Jawakatima. Now what? Colombian coffee, iced coffee. But what brands? I guess I'm on the wrong side then. Sanka, remember Sanka? Mine is local. Whether or not, what do you mean local? Sanka. You don't laugh right now because I said the old school Sanka. Colombian, whatever brand, just Colombian strong. Colombian all the way up. Columbia black. Okay, Maxwell House and Dunkin' Donuts. Bat Guac coffee, LOL, man. You talking about the bat doodoo coffee? Okay. Hell yeah. Some teas are bad for you too. No, coffee. I want to know who drinks coffee, and I need to know what brand. What happened with coffee? Look at the real. You know it's coming. That's why you know it's coming. I've been drinking, Stocko, Folgers, Coffee Co. Folgers because it's affordable. Oh man, Dunkin', Folgers, Bustelo, You remember Sanka, bring you back to your mom's? Yeah, I remember. She used to boil it on the stove. Used to go over there and steal some of it. You think that they never know that you was drinking it? Ralph Lauren or organic coffee. Okay, you guys, you ready? I got some bad news for all of y'all. For whoever said Folgers, get rid of it immediately. And honestly, if you're not brewing, what you're doing is wrong. Because they trying to get us. I have no other choice but to bring this to you guys. Because the other day we did the teas. And we did the toxins in them. We did the plastics and stuff like that. We did the antimicrobials and all of that, right? We went into teas very thoroughly. And we found out and determined that the best ones are the organic. Sad to tell you guys right now, gotta let you know, same situation when it comes down to the coffee. Because if it's not right there in front of you and you don't know where it's from, you got a bad situation. And all of that dark roast, terrible thing. It has all sorts of acrylatites or whatever that leads to cancerous metals and all sorts of things. And the Bustelo, my favorite coffee, just found out that in certain countries it's not allowed because it has lead in it. And there's certain sorts of metals in certain coffees that if you drink over time every day, it will build up. So we have to pay attention to this. This is our health and wellness segment. I am happy about this part. I'm sad about the fact that I'm going to be losing some brands in this, but I think it's very important. We drink it every day if we drink it. It's very important. Let's get into 15 coffee brands that to avoid at all costs and how to spot real coffee. How to spot real coffee and 15 of the brands that we need to stay away from.
Do you know that up to 30% of coffee sold worldwide contains fillers, adulterants, or inferior beans fraudulently labeled as premium? That morning cup you trust might be cut with roasted corn, barley, chicory, or even toxic chemicals used to artificially enhance color and aroma. Major coffee brands have been caught using moldy beans, dangerous pesticide residues, and deceptive labeling practices that turn your daily ritual into a health hazard. We're exposing the dark side of the coffee industry today with shocking findings from independent laboratories, food safety investigators, and whistleblowers. Some of America's most trusted coffee brands have been linked to contamination scandals, false advertising lawsuits, and quality control failures. Today, we're revealing the 15 worst coffee brands in America according to testing labs and industry experts.
Okay, you guys, I always do it. You know how we do it. We got 15 coffee brands to avoid at all costs. And it's the name of the channel is called The Hidden Pantry. The Hidden Pantry, if you want to see this video on your own. And yes, I made sure that I went and put it in the comments today. I'm sorry, the link in the description. And yesterday's video, I made sure that I put that link in the description as well. Anytime we're doing the health and wellness segments from now on, you're going to always be able to go to the links in the description to watch this whole video to see what we're getting at. Okay, we've got Folgers, poor bean quality. It is now the #1 that they're talking about is the worst. And we said Folgers. What? Acrylamine, that's what it's called. Maxwell House is the second one. It has metals, low in quality, Robusta and Arabica beans, high level of pesticides, fillers, materials such as corn and chicory, and harsh, bitter, burnt taste, and sold in plastic containers, which also possibly transfer because of the plastics. Keep on moving forward. Great value coffee, contaminated and adulterated coffee bought from countries with minimum food safety regulations. Ocraton, a level known of catching ocratoxics, a level known catching and kidney toxins, filler, materials found in coffee. Okay, the taste is worse than the brands. We're gonna get over to the next one, which is Nescafe, instant coffee. One of the worst coffees, cheap beans, low grade, ones that can't be sold to anyone else. So those beans that you're getting in Nescafe, you don't know what they're looking like, so they grind them all up, roast them all the way down. Why do they roast these beans all the way? Because they're not gonna be any good any other way. You're gonna be able to tell. That's what they do, and that's why they call it dark roast. I'm a victim of it myself, and I'm thinking that dark roast is the best. It's actually not. I'm gonna have to switch to light roast because of what I found out in this video. Acrylamine levels, high significant, lower levels of caffeine, only has a fraction of the benefits that most coffees have. Chock full of nuts is that heavenly coffee. Better coffee of millionaires. Money can't buy. Low grade beans based on the price. These are the beans that quality roasters reject, utilizing beans with mold and contamination. 8 o'clock coffee. Ranked this among the worst mainstream brands. Independent investigators found that 8 o'clock coffee contains concerning pesticides. Understand this, you guys. We are talking about things that get grown in a garden or get grown in the field. So what do they do to prevent these bugs? They put pesticides on it. Are they good at getting the pesticides off? We don't know, but we found residue on this one chock full of nuts. Multiple pesticide compounds detected in one single sampler. It's iconic, so people always drink it. And yes, today we're gonna give the because now you have played your last day inside of Bugatti's house. My favorite brand, and I'm sad to say it, but yes, Cafe Bustelo, you gotta go. Exceptionally low grade beans, low quality Robusta beans, and they're from Vietnam or Brazil. The beans that no other high-end coffee company wants, they get rejected beans, defective, and with quality issues, high in acrylamine levels, highest of any coffee tested. Heavy metals content, particularly cadmium and lead. That's right, cadmium and lead. What makes it particularly problematic is the extreme dark roasting. I'm gonna go do this last one and we're gonna get to the video. Dunkin' Donuts packaged coffee. It is inferior beans than the ones that are used in the stores. They contain pesticide residue and multiple compounds have been detected. And McCafe packaged coffee, most of the packaged coffees are never like the ones that they have in the stores. Same thing for Starbucks, you guys. Let's get into some actual video footage. Let's see what they're talking about.
Household names that have been deceiving consumers for decades with inferior beans, chemical additives, and outright fraud. But don't worry, stick around. because I'll show you exactly how to spot fake coffee in seconds and give you 5 critical rules for buying pure, safe coffee. Stay tuned, because one wrong bag could mean you're brewing contaminated beans and chemical additives into your morning cup every single day. Let's jump into the 15 worst coffee brands in America. 1. Folgers. Folgers has dominated American coffee sales for over 150 years with its iconic red container. Owned by J.M. Smucker Company, it's the #1 selling brand.
Good
But food scientists and testing labs consistently rank it among the lowest quality coffees available. The primary problem is extremely poor bean quality. Coffee industry insiders reveal Folgers uses predominantly Robusta beans mixed with the lowest grade Arabica available on commodity markets. One former buyer explained, Folgers purchases whatever beans are cheapest globally. These are often beans with defects, mold damage, or that failed quality inspections for premium brands. Independent laboratory testing by Clean Label Project found Folgers contain concerning acrylamide levels, a potentially carcinogenic compound forming when beans are over-roasted. Folgers showed significantly higher levels than premium brands. Dr. Michael Hansen explains, aggressive dark roasting hides defects but creates higher levels of potentially harmful compounds. Some report finding foreign objects, including insects and twigs.
Earn 125,000 points and experience.
And yes, the next one that's coming up is Maxwell House. Not too much different. Almost the same thing as Folgers, just different packaging. Oh, and it's the same company that makes it.
Folgers provides zero transparency about sourcing, refusing to disclose where beans come from. 2. Maxwell House. Maxwell House, the other giant of mass market coffee, competes directly with Folgers for budget market share. According to experts and testing, Labs Maxwell House faces many of the same quality problems as Folgers, with some unique concerns that make it particularly problematic. Maxwell House uses predominantly low-grade Robusta and inferior Arabica beans from the cheapest sources globally. One consultant explained, both Maxwell House and Folgers make the same product using the same strategy. Buy the cheapest beans possible, roast dark enough to mask defects, and sell based on brand recognition rather than quality. Independent testing by Consumer Reports found Maxwell House contained elevated pesticide residues compared to organic and premium brands. While within legal limits, the presence of multiple pesticide compounds concerns health advocates who recommend minimizing exposure. Dr. Philip Landrigan states, we should minimize pesticide exposure wherever possible. Choosing organic coffee is one simple way to reduce your family's pesticide burden over time. 3. Great Value, Walmart Coffee. Walmart's Great Value Coffee dominates budget shopping with rock-bottom prices. But according to experts and testing labs, that low price comes with serious quality and safety compromises that far outweigh any savings and potentially expose consumers to contaminated, adulterated coffee. The fundamental problem is Walmart's sourcing strategy, which prioritizes absolute lowest cost above all considerations, including quality and safety. Food industry insiders explain Walmart sources from the cheapest suppliers globally, often in countries with minimal food safety regulations. One former supplier stated, Walmart's buyers have one directive: find the cheapest possible price. Quality is secondary. This or what testing is performed. 4. Nescafé Instant Coffee. Nescafé, owned by Nestlé, is the world's largest instant coffee brand. While instant coffee has convenience benefits, Nescafé specifically faces serious quality concerns that make it one of the worst coffee products available, according to food scientists.
Now again, I'm not trying to tell you what coffee to drink and what not. I want you to study. I want you to look up every single account that they're making. Don't just take it on their words, because I like to do it yesterday. I was like, yeah, all right, let me look this up. And boom, it was lead in my damn Cafe Bustelo. And they found more than one time it was in there. And it's just, all of this roasting the beans, why they do it so dark, it just makes so much sense now. It's to mask the dysfunction and the stuff that it doesn't have in it. Oh man, sucks to know it.
And coffee experts. The fundamental problem is extremely poor bean quality. Instant coffee manufacturing requires beans that can withstand aggressive processing. Because of this, manufacturers typically use the absolute lowest grade beans available. One industry insider explained, instant coffee manufacturers buy beans that can't be sold for any other purpose. These are defective beans, broken beans, beans with mold damage. They're the waste product that would otherwise be discarded. 5. Chock-full O-nuts. Chock-full.
And we thought that this was expensive. D'Agostino, all the expensive places, right? We thought that, right?
O-nuts, with its distinctive yellow can and nostalgic branding, has been a New York institution since 1932.
That's what I thought.
However, coffee experts have identified multiple serious concerns that make it one of the worst coffee choices available, despite loyal regional following. The primary issue is bean quality. Like other mass-market brands, Chock-full O-nuts uses low-grade beans purchased based on price rather than quality. The company sources predominantly from Brazil and Vietnam, which produce massive quantities of commodity-grade coffee. One coffee buyer explained, the specific lots Chock-full O-nuts purchases are bottom-tier stuff that quality roasters reject. Independent testing revealed concerning ochratoxin A levels, suggesting use of beans with mold contamination. Ochratoxin A is a kidney toxin and probable carcinogen that forms when beans are stored in humid conditions. What makes Chock-full O-nuts particularly problematic is extremely aggressive dark roasting that creates harsh, burnt flavor and elevated levels of potentially harmful compounds. Professional tasters describe it as having burnt, bitter, harsh flavor, so severe consumers had to stop drinking it. 6. 8 o'clock coffee. 8 o'clock. Coffee, one of America's oldest coffee brands dating to 1859, was once considered decent value. However, after multiple ownership changes and aggressive cost cutting, coffee experts now rank 8 o'clock among the worst mainstream brands, with quality that has deteriorated dramatically. The current ownership, Tata Global Beverages, has systematically reduced quality while maintaining prices. One former employee stated, when Tata took over, the directive was clear. Cut costs everywhere possible. They downgraded bean quality, reduced roasting oversight, and eliminated quality control positions. The coffee with the 8 o'clock label today is dramatically inferior to what it was even 10 years ago.
I found none of them to have anything good with them. All of them had something extra going on with them. And what we all know is if you do drink coffee and you're a coffee drinker, the longer you leave it out, the quicker it gets bad if you boil it, if you brew it, right? Also, the way that you store it as well. If you don't store it correctly, a little bit of air in the bag, a little bit of air in the can could destroy the lifetime of the coffee as well.
Independent testing found refusing to introducing business essentials.
And yes, this is the sad part that all of us Cafe Bustelo drinkers are about to get into. We didn't want to see this. We didn't want to know. We thought that our espresso was untouchable. But no, it's not. Actually, it's pretty bad.
Groups request information.
Pretty
7.
bad.
Cafe Bustelo. Cafe Bustelo, the iconic yellow can of Cuban-style espresso coffee, has passionate devotees who love its intense, bold flavor. However, quality experts and health professionals have identified serious concerns that make Cafe Bustelo problematic, despite its cultural significance.
Yep.
The primary concern is exceptionally low-grade beans. The brand uses predominantly low-quality Robusta beans from Vietnam and Brazil, which are among the cheapest coffees available globally. One trader explained, the Robusta that goes into Cafe Bustelo is stuff that high-end instant coffee manufacturers reject. It's broken beans, defective beans, and beans with quality issues. Independent laboratory testing found Cafe Bustelo contains very high acrylamide levels, among the highest of any coffee tested.
Damn.
The ultra-dark roasting creates significantly elevated acrylamide levels. Dr. Michael Greger states, regular high-level exposure concerns me. Dark roasted coffees consistently show the highest acrylamide levels, which is why I recommend lighter roasts.
And if you're going to drink it every day, you're more susceptible to what it brings with it. So that's why we have to be knowledgeable about stuff like this. Oh, I got sick, I got cancer. They don't even know it's the coffee you're drinking or the coffee you're drinking every day or the acrylamide or what that actually has in it or the metals. Got to pay attention, you guys, we do.
Testing also revealed concerning heavy metal content, particularly cadmium and lead. While within legal limits, the presence of these toxic metals is concerning for daily consumers.
I wouldn't have drank that damn coffee if I knew it had lead in it or cadmium. I wouldn't have drank it.
Heavy metals accumulate in the body over time. What makes Cafe Bustelo particularly problematic is extreme dark roasting that essentially carbonizes the beans. Professional tasters describe it as burnt, harsh, bitter, with notes of ash and charcoal. The coffee retains minimal antioxidants and contains elevated levels of compounds created during excessive heating. One food scientist stated, "When you roast coffee until it tastes like charcoal, you've destroyed the coffee and created something else."
Also, you guys remember, the package is not also what they give you when it comes down to these restaurants and like these fast food locations. You may have your favorite that you like, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they're selling you.
Consumer complaints describe severe digestive problems, intense jitters, and anxiety. Multiple consumers report heart palpitations, severe stomach cramping, and what they describe as withdrawal symptoms, more intense than other coffees. 8. Dunkin' Donuts packaged coffee. Dunkin' coffee served fresh in stores has different sourcing than packaged coffee sold in retail stores, which is manufactured by J.M. Smucker Company under license. The packaged Dunkin' sold in grocery stores faces numerous quality problems.
All of these companies are licensed, packaged, and manufactured by whole other people. These are not like the original people that started these companies. You got the Smuckers people, yeah, the grape jelly people that's doing the bagging. You got this company that's doing the sourcing of the beans. It's not like one company anymore is doing all of the sourcing for themselves. That's why a lot of these brands taste the same and they're competing at the same level because they don't want the expensive beans because they're competing to try to get the most money. So they try to take the trash and make it do what it do. And a lot of these companies own 2 and 3 brands themselves.
Despite the trusted brand name and assumption it matches the in-store experience. The primary issue is bean quality, substantially inferior to what Dunkin' uses in stores. The packaged retail coffee uses low-grade Arabica mixed with Robusta, sourced from the cheapest suppliers to maximize Smucker's profit margins. One consultant explained, "The Dunkin' packaged coffee is made by Smucker using completely different supply chains than Dunkin' stores use. It's a licensing deal where Smucker pays to use the name."
That's it.
Rapidly.
That's it.
9. McCafe, McDonald's packaged coffee. McCafe coffee served fresh at McDonald's locations has different sourcing than packaged McCafe sold in retail stores, which is manufactured by Kraft Heinz under license.
Again, Kraft Heinz makes McCafe. You think they really care about doing it or getting the numbers out or getting that money back? That's all they care about doing. They don't care about us. All I really want to say is they don't care about us. We got the jam company making our coffee.
The retail packaged McCafe faces serious quality concerns that make it one of the worst coffee options available, according to testing labs and experts. The fundamental problem is bean quality substantially inferior to what McDonald's uses in restaurants. The packaged retail McCafe uses low-grade Arabica and Robusta beans sourced from the cheapest suppliers to
And you thought that Starbucks was any better?
Pike Place, packaged. Starbucks Pike Place. The signature blend sold in retail packaging deserves critical examination despite Starbucks' premium brand positioning. While Starbucks coffee served fresh in stores undergoes different handling, even the packaged Pike Place faces legitimate quality concerns that experts want consumers to understand. The primary concern is Starbucks' signature dark roasting style, which they call bold, but which coffee scientists describe as excessive. Pike Place is roasted significantly darker than specialty coffee standards recommend, to the point where origin characteristics are obliterated. Dr. Rob Hoos, a roasting expert, explains, Starbucks roasts so dark that you could use premium Ethiopian beans or cheap Brazilian commodity coffee, and they taste virtually identical after roasting.
Wow.
Brands.
Wow.
Roku's self-serve ads platform.
So yeah, you guys, there is no answer on this one. We got to do it ourselves, believe it or not. If we're going to do it, we got to do it ourselves. I'm just telling you early, right now, before it even get there.
11. Community coffee. Community coffee, based in Louisiana and popular throughout the South, markets itself as a family-owned company making quality coffee. However, coffee experts and independent testing have revealed several concerning issues that make community coffee problematic despite its regional popularity. The primary concern is extremely aggressive dark roasting that destroys beneficial compounds while creating elevated levels of potentially harmful substances. Community coffee roasts darker than most national brands, creating harsh, bitter, burnt flavor. One certified grader stated, "Community coffee roasts so dark, the beans are essentially carbonized. At that roast level, you've destroyed whatever quality the beans had."
Okay, you guys, we're going to skip ahead. We're going to go to this one right here. It's called Death Wish. And their thing is they want you to be drinking bold coffee. It's dark because it's supposed to wake you up, right? Now that we know better than drinking all of this dark coffee, well, I do. I know better now. And I'm going to try to change a little bit because I still do like coffee. But it's going to be kind of hard. Look at Death Wish right here. Let's see what they got, what they working with. Let's keep on going.
15. Death Wish coffee. Coffee markets itself as the world's strongest coffee, with edgy branding featuring skulls and aggressive marketing claims about extreme caffeine content. While high caffeine might appeal to some consumers, coffee experts and health professionals warn that Death Wish represents one of the worst coffee choices available due to dangerous caffeine levels, poor quality beans, and questionable safety practices that prioritize marketing over consumer well-being.
I ain't drinking nothing that's called Death Wish.
Primary concern is dangerous caffeine levels that significantly exceed safe limits for many consumers. Significantly more antioxidants, chlorogenic acids, and other beneficial polyphenols than dark roasted coffee. Meanwhile, dark roasting creates elevated levels of acrylamide, a probable carcinogen. Studies found light roasted coffee contains 2-3 times more beneficial antioxidants and significantly less acrylamide than dark roasted coffee. If you're drinking coffee for health benefits, choose light to medium roasts from quality beans. You'll get maximum beneficial compounds and minimal, potentially harmful ones. The coffee will also taste more interesting with actual flavor complexity rather than just burnt notes. Professional tasters and coffee scientists universally agree that lighter roasting produces better tasting, healthier coffee when quality beans are used. Be especially wary of terms like French roast, Italian roast, espresso roast, or anything describing very dark roasting. These indicate beans roasted until they're essentially carbonized. While some people prefer this intense burnt flavor, understand you're sacrificing health benefits and drinking coffee with minimal beneficial compounds and elevated potentially harmful ones. And likely lower mycotoxin levels. The small price difference is excellent value for health-conscious consumers. When your health is at stake, the modest organic premium is one of the best investments you can make. Rule 4. Buy whole bean and grind fresh. Coffee degrades rapidly after grinding due to dramatically increased surface area exposure to oxygen. Ground coffee loses significant flavor within hours of grinding and becomes noticeably stale within days. Whole beans maintain quality much longer, typically staying fresh for 2 to 3 weeks after roasting if stored properly. If you're buying pre-ground coffee, you're guaranteed to be drinking stale coffee regardless of how recently it was roasted. Beyond freshness, pre-ground coffee is more susceptible to adulteration and fraud. Coffee fraud experts explain that adding filler materials like...
Now, I know everybody can't do this, but it's a cool little gadget to grind your own coffee.
Roasted corn, barley, or chicory is much easier to hide in pre-ground coffee than whole beans. Visual inspection of whole beans can reveal defects and quality issues, while ground coffee hides everything. If you buy whole beans, you can see exactly what you're getting and grind fresh for maximum flavor and quality. Grinding coffee fresh also allows you to control grind size for your brewing method, which significantly impacts flavor extraction. Different brewing methods require different grind sizes for optimal extraction. Pre-ground coffee uses a generic medium grind that's suboptimal for most brewing methods. By grinding fresh, you can optimize extraction and get significantly better tasting coffee from the same beans. A basic burr grinder costs $30–50 and is one of the best investments any coffee drinker can make. The improvement in flavor from grinding fresh is immediate and dramatic.
I'm going to leave it like that, you guys. I think that the way that they explained it, I know they had a lot of the same duplicate conversation when it came down to defective beans, acrylamine, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear none of it, to be honest with you. And then when they said the metals that can actually, accumulate in your body, you have to pay attention to things like that. Sorry, Bustelo, but yeah, I did a little bit more homework, and yes, we did find out that there is lead, and there has been lead compounds found in Cafe Bustelo. Research is shown. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. But before we do, I'm going to say it one more time, just in case you want to see it again. These are 15 brands to avoid at all costs. Not necessarily, because I'm not making any claims here. Still drink your coffee. Do what you do. I'm just letting you know what's going on here. Also, and how to spot real coffee. That was the last parts when they told us to find our own beans. Try to go the light way instead of the dark roast, because they can cover up what the real bean is made of and where it came from. Try to find a lighter roast. I'm going to actually start doing that. Try to go to a couple of places that actually have fresh beans and just play around with it just to see what I can get. Because I do like coffee, and I would like to have a little variety when I make mine. So yes, you guys, this will be in the description, and it will be having, you will have a link in the description, as well as every single one of the coffees, and where they derive from, and a link right back to the video, so you don't have to worry about me. You can go watch the video yourselves. Avoid dark coffees, just like he said, because you don't know where it came from, and you don't know what sort of what process that they went through. We're going to keep on moving forward right now. We got to get right back out of this. We're going over to Los Angeles now, because we want to watch this self-driving Waymo almost make a mistake. Now, I thought I was a pretty bad driver because I didn't have that much time to learn, but I think this Waymo is a little worse than me.
Oh, we have to turn left? Oh, God. I know.
Now, I would be scared if you drive me out and make a left right into traffic, Waymo.
What the fuck? It's inching out. This is actually really scary. Oh my gosh, it's inching slowly. No, it's gonna go after this car.
No, it's not. It better not, because... Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit.
Now you,
oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh my God! Sorry!
Did you get that?
Oh my God!
Waymo, way to go.
Yes! Oh, roll your window down! Oh my God! Oh my God! Ah!
And when you look at the map, you can see it's riding right into traffic. It's driving them right into traffic. Yo, this thing is terrible. I'd be scared to death back there.
Jesus, the person's like crying, bro.
Oh my God.
The person's like crying, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh my God. Yes, I did. Oh my God.
Driver, take me to Chanel.
Hello from Waymo. As we get going, just give us 1 minute to cover.
Ah! Already almost got into a car accident. Oh my God. I am never doing this again.
Waymo, no thanko. I'm good. I ain't getting in no damn Waymo. I'm straight. Y'all don't know. I'm good. Y'all can get in them if y'all want to. Do what you want to do, but I am straight. But you know what? I know a lot of people planning on going away for spring break. Where you planning on going? Miami? Where you going? To Cancun? Where you going to visit your family somewhere? Yes, but guess what? The TSA is now reporting record travel and airline warnings to travelers. Hope you guys got a lot of time on your hands, because guess what? You might be at the airport for longer than your flight. Let's go, you guys. I used to go to the airport an hour early, 2 hours early. I'm thinking right about now, you need to get there 6 hours early and still pray that they don't cancel the flight. Let's see what's going on right now, y'all.
Bay in Atlanta for more on those airfares and how they could be impacted. Faith, good morning.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The war, gas going up, price of your tickets going up too. Come on.
Yeah, good morning to you, Gio. Airlines are navigating a record surge in spring break travel over the next 2 months. And in the middle of this high travel demand, a stark warning from the United Airlines CEO, Scott Kirby, telling CNBC that the war in Iran is sparking an oil crisis that could actually push airlines to raise their ticket prices. And the impact to passengers will, quote, probably start quick. Now, jet fuel prices are already surging. In just 1 week of this war, the average price jumped from $2.50 to $3.95 a gallon. The industry hasn't seen a price hike this dramatic in years. Airlines could start building these additional costs into your ticket prices, the fuel surcharge on those tickets, or even raise fees on things like your checked luggage, for example. And so that could really start adding up and affecting your summer travel, which is why experts say book your summer plane tickets right now before those prices start rising. But if you have some flexibility, you can wait. The expectation here is that once the oil tankers start moving through the Strait of Hormuz, that prices will start going back in the right direction, or at least they'll start stabilizing.
All right, y'all. I know you want to go out and have a good time. You deserved it. You worked hard for the spring. You worked hard for your spring break. So hard for your spring break. You worked hard for your spring break, so you better go have fun. That's right, you guys. Let's get on over to, I think, where it's London, the UK. We got some brave bystanders that grabbed one of those, what do they call it? What do they call that thing when they're trying to put out the fire? The fire extinguisher, Bugatti. Maybe you want to call it a fire extinguisher. Grabs a fire extinguisher, runs into a burning building to try to save all of the vape equipment. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I wouldn't be in there because you never know what's going to go boom, boom. And this happened right after one boom, boom already happened.
Who's been smoking?
So you got to be careful when you're going in there doing that, because there's already things on fire. You already got smoke, contamination. Now you're going in there with a fire extinguisher. Brave guy. Do your boy a favor if you like the content you're getting so far. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Become a member. Hit that notification bell down there so you know we're on. Come on, guys.
Go inside, bro.
No, it's just there, bro. Yeah, what is going on? What happened?
I don't think one fire extinguisher gonna be able to put that out.
Me, that's a wall. One minute.
Yeah, I don't think one fire extinguisher gonna do it, bro. You might as well just let it go. Might as well just let it go till the firemen get there. They were finally able to get it down after a while, but not with that fire extinguisher, you guys. I promise you and tell you that. They weren't able to do it. But guess what, you guys? Let's do what we got to do over here. I want to introduce you to Karen, the cat. That's right, you guys. She was real picky with every other dog, every other animal, until she found her own. Then they found out, you know what? Karen does like dogs. Again, you guys, this week we've been shining the light on the cats because we always watch the dogs here. So you know what? This is for you, CJ the cat. This for you, Mark Dorfman. I ain't forget about you guys. I know you got your sanctuaries out there. So yeah, we always show love to the animals.
Our cat Karen would hate dogs, but we were surprised.
Meanwhile, her name is Karen, the cat.
When she met my friend's lab. The reason we thought she would hate dogs is because meeting my parents' cats had gone horribly wrong. So we just made peace with the fact that she'd be an only child. But it was challenging because she wasn't great at entertaining herself. Karen, are you serious? Which made her pretty needy and clingy. So we always felt bad leaving her to step out. We would catch Karen just longingly staring out the window. And it really felt like she was trying to tell us something. One day she met my friend's dog and it was so surprising. Karen actually liked the dog, so we figured she only hates cats and decided to adopt a dog for our cat. So we're about to go pick up our rescue dog with Miss Karen. Are you excited?
I'm stoked.
They always say that's a rescue right there too. That's what I like.
Karen, you gotta learn how to play with the dogs. You could tell Karen was super excited, just sort of observing Joni running around. Karen started going up to Joni and would bat her nose, and she was showing these playful behaviors that we really had never seen before. And then one day... Oh my goodness! Karen! Is that your favorite toy? We came into the living room and Karen was in there alone playing by herself, which is something we had never seen before. Is that fun? Oh my goodness. She was having the best time by herself just playing. It was really just an amazing moment to see that happen. What are you doing, Karen?
But you ain't no cats get zoomies too?
And to see her become this really confident and playful cat was just incredible. This experience has been so incredible because we got to see Karen just light up and almost become like a different cat. And yes, she has found an amazing little best friend in Joni. It was so incredible to see that transformation happen and her become more confident and happy and excited to take on the day. That made us so happy because it really was the sweetest thing ever to witness.
All right, you guys, don't say I didn't do it. The whole week we've been showing love to the cats. Tomorrow we might have kangaroos. The next day we might have horses. We don't know. But if you're trying to make some money, whoa, I'm talking about, what was it, like $1,100 worth of surveys? I saw one for $600, and then I saw another one for like a 500 or 600 or 700. I think it might be 1,200. 2 surveys right there in that link in the description, you guys. Fill them out. You guys might have an opportunity to make up to $1,200, and I might get a little taste once you finish them and get them all done. That's right, you guys. We always put them inside of the description, the links to the surveys. And you guys also know what I'm going to tell you right now, right? If we got over 500, you guys will let me know. I'm not sure, but if we got over 500 likes, we're going to be sending out 6. That's right. You see it right there. 6 Our Bottom Line keychains. That's right, you guys. And we're going to be sending out 6 Our Bottom Line Purple Sunday decals. Right there, you guys. We're going to be sending them out today. All you got to do is hit me in the email address. I'm about to tell you my email address. So all you got to do is send me your email. Send me your address at my email address. And we're going to see 6 and 6. That's 12 people. You might go ahead and you might get lucky. And I'm going to tell you a secret, you guys. Not a lot of people send their addresses. They just be like, oh, you know what? I'm not even going to pay attention to this. I don't want the keychain. Fine. So the ones that do, they always wind up getting their stuff. Telling you guys, let's keep on moving forward. And I want to tell you guys right now, if you're trying to promote your business, if you need some help, we're almost at 70,000 subscribers. And we're on our way to 100, then 200, then 300, then 1 million. 1 million, especially we keep on rocking like this as the #1 show on YouTube with the #1 co-host and the #1 family on here. That's right, you guys. Us, we did it all together for the whole time we've been here. Now I have a fantastic time coming here, hanging out with you. You also know what's coming up too, right? Because now that the weather's broke, and after my birthday on Tuesday, we're going to start hitting up those liquor stores again. We're going to start hitting up those restaurants. And we're going to start doing events. One of those events is going to be the Show Your Talent Search. That's where you, if you're in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, you can make, boom, $250. That's right. Also, one person online, press that button, we'll bring you on and show us your talent. I don't care if you do a backflip, if you can sing, whatever it is. If you win, boom, $250 to your Cash App. That's right, not by me. It's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. That's why I'm going to tell you where to go to be a part of the talent show. That's right, the Show Your Talent Search right there, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch and your boy BOOGOTTINYC. I'm going to be the host. So I need you guys to go to the website, www.drink drinkbigdrip.com. Not the regular way to spell it. It's 2 G's and 2 P's. www.drinkbigdrip.com. First page, put your email address in the email slot. We'll keep you updated on where we're going to be at. Like I said, Show Your Talent Search. We've been doing this over about 5 or 6 months now. Got a couple of people that have been showing up. Mark Dorfman, met my buddy Casey there. Can't wait to meet you, a couple of more of you guys. We're going to be going to other states with it as well, long as Big Drip keep on doing what they got to do and sponsoring the events. Like I said, you guys, we got a good sponsorship going on. Leave your email address and we're going to let you know the next locations. We're looking at going to Brooklyn and one more location in Manhattan, possibly 125th or 145th in Broadway, depending on how Pondy acting over there. Yeah, Pondy, holler at me. I've been trying to call you. Hit me up. We're trying to do it on Broadway and 145th because we ain't represent Manhattan yet. Let's do it. Also, you guys, you know what's coming up this Tuesday? Just in case we have anybody in New York that likes to go to parades, I'm so happy and I'm so blessed, and I pray to be blessed on Tuesday to be able to go to the St. Patrick's Day Parade. That's right. It's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Imagine having your birthday in New York at the parade. Oh my God, it doesn't get any better. So you know what? I got addicted to it. So every year I go to the parade in the daytime. I go hang out somewhere at night, and I go do somewhere in the afternoon, and I go hang out somewhere at night. I have a full day of it, but it's just like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And yeah, I even got used to the bagpipes, you guys. I'll be out there like, go and get them, y'all. Do y'all thing. Make content, all sorts of things. So if you guys are coming out to the parade, and if you're going to be here on Tuesday, why don't y'all just come on and hang out with your boy? I'm going to have one central location that I will be posting where I'm going to be at. That's right, you guys, at 11 o'clock in the morning, probably like 10 o'clock. Just going to stop the show a little early. Probably 10 o'clock. I'll go down with all of the green on, like the same way. I'll be hanging out. If you guys pull up, some of you want to hang out with your boy. I don't know, maybe you have to go to work, but if you don't, a couple of you are in New York, come on and hang out with your boy for the St. Patrick's Day Parade on Tuesday at 10 o'clock. I'll be out there having a good time. And yeah, we're going to be tossing them back early, y'all. That's how we do it out there. We have a good time and we have a good show, and everybody's family. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and like I always told you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me today, I appreciate you. Can't go anywhere without closing up the day with the prayers, making sure that we are covered, making sure the Lord knows that we love him and we respect him, and we're so happy that he gave us this day to be here together again. Also want to pray for good health. I want to pray for our families. I would love to pray for our animals. Let's pray for understanding, compassion, and love. Definitely got to pray for love because it covers so many other aspects. Who else we want to pray for this morning? Liberty and justice. Want to get Rebecca, Alanya, and Bueno out of here covered. Jordan, thank you so much for all the love. Cinnamon bread. CJ the cat, I'm so glad that you were here. That was for you. Just to let you know, Jordan, we got Rebecca, Alanya, and Bueno. I see Terry Marcel. Okay, who else we got in here? Batty Lynn. Batty, we got merch coming real soon. Casey, how you doing, bro? We got V, I know V. Winter Rising, thank you. Winter strapped up with the glove too. Sebastian, we got Z, Zitter, I can't say that, Zitter in town, Leo, okay, Grand Rising. We got Jay Woods in the building. We want to pray for Flowers of Christ. We would love to pray for File 5E. Also want to pray for Jordan. I see you in here, Mary. Got to pray for you all day long. Liberty and justice. Thank you so much, Teddy. Also got to pray for Jay Wood. I see 420 John Patrick. Yeah, you've been here before. That's fam right there. We got the zip. You next. Okay, you can be fam soon too. Jordan, thank you always for showing so much love and so much support. I would love to give you always do, you're supposed to. I would love to give shout outs for the veterans. I'd love to give shout outs to our Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, all of our soldiers that are fighting. I want to pray for every single child out there, every single animal. And yes, you guys, love is the way to get over it. Mega Dub, thank you, 420. We got close. We ain't worried about it. But you know what I'm going to say right now, right? Oh, Ad Reigns, we got to pray for you. Can't forget AJ. I see Jamal. Can't forget about who else? I see Teddy. Okay, who else we got? G-E-R, Gershaya. Okay, that's it right there. And Mary, Miss Swanza, thank you for popping in real quick. I'm glad that you did that. Also, can't forget about Sam Champion. Can't forget about Mert. Mark Dorfman, and what's his name? Jeffrey Spilka. Amen, you guys. Amen. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, right here, another show, trending topics, current events, much, much more. I think we did pretty good today. With that being said, I got to go stack this deck, come up with another thumbnail, make sure that we still stand on topic and we keeping up with the trending topics and the current events. But until tomorrow, y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me for this hump day, I appreciate you guys. See y'all tomorrow. Get 'em. Peace.